Round one was the last time we visited this track, the dirt track of Charlotte, introduced earlier by iRacing earlier in the year. Joining me in the commentary box tonight, Sean O'Hare. And Sean, well, tonight's going to be an awesome night here for the Australian Speedway League Championships.
Good evening, audience, and yeah, thank you, Bailey. This is going to be an awesome night of racing. We are in the final round, and the championship is very close, so definitely very excited for a good run here tonight.
You're not wrong. 3 events tonight. We've got the Down Under Graphic Street Stocks, the Race Merch Midgets, and the WP Concreting 410 World of Outlaw Sprint Cars. And, well, it's going to be a great night to conclude the series.
Yeah, most definitely. We're at Charlotte, like you said, and this track isn't a short track. It's actually quite wide, very open. The corners are very sort of flowing, so it's going to produce some good racing. Very wide, very open, and I hope we get to see 2 lines here shortly.
Well, you're not wrong. It kind of reminds me a bit of Valdora. It's got the nice wide turns, but it's got a bit longer of straights.
Yeah, the momentum here is going to definitely need to be kept up because it is such a flowing racetrack, and like you said, the straights are a little bit longer here, so everybody would have had to play with their gearing a little bit to try and get that RPMs up as much as they can before the end of the straight, before they ping that limiter. So just brings a bit of a challenge here than the shorter racetracks that we've been going to the last couple of weeks.
Well, you're not wrong. Well, hopefully we can see 2 wide, even 3 wide action through tonight's events. And, well, Sean, alongside us tonight, we've got Bernie Weemers in the producer's box for the moment's time. And alongside that, we've got a guest commentator tonight.
Very special guest commentator joining us in the box is, we all know him as Tristan Yellen.
There you go, guys.
Very well. Thank you for joining us tonight. It's going to be interesting to listen to your inputs and get your take on the Australian Speedway League. Have you been following it very much?
Yes, definitely. I've been watching every round. I would have jumped in myself, but it was a bit late, and yeah. But no, it's been awesome. Been really good.
Yeah, it's awesome. We have been following your comments, and I know Bernie has been very much entertained with it, so that's why we have brought you along tonight for your expert commentary in the booth.
Yeah, well, I thought if I could entertain people in chat, then, might be able to do a bit more on it.
Just as easy with voice than it is with your fingers. Let's go through your event format for tonight. Like all Australian Speedway League Championships events, we will have practice, which we have 5 minutes left here. From practice, we will go into time trialing, where we will get your pole position for the night. Each driver will get 3 laps, and their best time will put them into their heat gridding, which we will then have 3 heats of 8 laps. Top 5 from each of those heats will then get locked into our A main event. If need be, we will have a B main for those drivers that do not lock themselves straight in, and then we will move into our 30-lap feature race here for the last time for Australian Speedway League Championship and the Down Under Graphics Street Stock Series.
It's going to be very interesting for sure, Sean. And, well, a long night ahead of us. 2.5 hours of broadcasting tonight, so stick by us, grab a drink and grab some popcorn because it's going to be an amazing show. Meanwhile, guys, we're going to head, while we've got hot laps happening at the moment, we might head through your series standings. Before we do that quickly, last week's winner, if you did miss it, Josh Hart was able to take it away at Volusia, and he was able to take it over Cam Taylor and Joel Berkeley, your 1st, 2nd and 3rd for the Down on the Street stocks. And, well, Sean, why don't we take it through the point standing?
Yeah, most definitely. Josh Hum doing the double there from last week. So let's see if he can make it a hat trick here tonight. Your top 10 in the championship is 1st position, Brett Wheeler, 1,404 points. In 2nd position, we have John Schultz on 1,340 points. third place, we see Zach Musters drop from that top spot to fall into third with 1,338 points. Nathan Clark is in fourth position, 1,332. Mr. Consistency, Gavin Sadler in the fifth position on 1,330. Your top five still within enough points that any one of those can take the championship out here tonight, so we'll keep a close eye on that. Sixth position is George Fullerton with 1,194 points. Tied with him in the sixth and seventh position is Troy Smith. Shane Davies in 8th position, 1,092. He's also tied with Ryan Gorton, 1,092 in 9th place. And 10th, Mitchell Wiley. So championship is very hotly contested here all the way through the top 10.
You're not wrong at all, Sean. The top 5 is going to be a cracker for sure tonight. And well, those guys are out on track at the moment, and I've just pulled up the timing screen for hot laps. And well, the top 20 out of the 24 cars currently on the track, the top 20 are spread by over just under 1 second. So, well, it's going to be a very, very close racing tonight. It's going to be who can make it sure they turn that car right, keep it straight as possible, and keep that momentum up, as we said many times.
Yeah, momentum is everything in street stocks. You really can't lose that momentum. We saw a couple of times last week where few people got into that slick spot. They went very sideways and lost all forward momentum, and that caused a lot of dramas for cars behind them because they were just plowing into them. So not seeing much of a slick spot at the moment. We're seeing a little bit forming in turn 1 and just coming into turn 3. So this track, looking at the temperature here at the moment, is probably going to dry out a little bit. It is very hot. The sun is up at the moment, late afternoon, and we should see this track come in very nicely.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Perfect conditions for the final round of the ASL Speedway Championships. If you're just joining us, hello and welcome. It's night number 12 of our 12-night series. And if you're joining us over at facebook.com, hello to you guys also. If you want to have a chat with us tonight, head over to the YouTube page, youtube.com/RRTV live. Check us out on Facebook and Twitch also for all your streaming pleasures. Well, at the top of the time charts with about a minute to go in hot laps, we've got Lewis Hewitt and, well, Tristo. What do you think of the field at the moment?
Oh, well, guys, it's going to be a very interesting night, I tell you that. Yeah, the times are so close now. We get some good clean racing, and look, the track has been great today. I was out on it before. But yeah, let's go, eh?
You're not wrong at all, Sean. 20 seconds, we'll pull these cars in. They'll do their final adjustments. They'll head out for 3 laps on the track. They're going to have to get out there very quickly, Sean, as well. 5 minutes. There is very, very quickly in qualifying, especially when you're trying to put down the perfect lap.
Yeah, no doubt it does. 5 minutes isn't a lot of time. Sounds like a long time, but you definitely don't want to be leaving your run too late. Just having a quick look here, Brett Wheeler currently in 12th in that practice session, so let's see how that develops for him in time trials, but he's got a little bit of work to do. He's about 2/10 off the pace at the moment, so let's see what he can do in time trials as we are about to kick that off right now for you.
Looking for first car out on track at the moment. John Schultz in the 78 Worm Paints car. He's out there at the moment. See what times he can put in for us today. Beautifully presented orange and yellow car. Sean, we can start to see a slick line starting to groove through turn 3 and turn 1 at the moment. It doesn't seem to be able to carry it all the way through the corner. What effect do you think this will have on these cars driving around and qualifying?
No, it's definitely not. It's only going to about mid-corner, so this is going to be very hard for the guys to try and set these cars up with that slick spot there. The cars are going to get very loose coming in, and that's the last thing you want in a street stock. Like we were saying, they get too sideways, they lose all their momentum. The problem with that slick stopping in the middle also is that when they do get sideways in the start of the corner, the car will then just grip up once it hits that the wet spot in the middle of the corner, and that's when it will really bog down. So looking to see how all these drivers manage that slick spot at the moment.
Oh, excuse me, guys. Zach's out on top there. Sorry to interrupt there. But yeah, Zach's out on top at the moment, and Mitch behind him.
Not wrong at all. Zach Masters, quick time currently 19.2 flat. Very, very quick lap for sure. Mitchell Wiley also in the number 12 car. He's been very quick throughout the series. He's put a 19.258 down. Along with that, Lewis Hewitt, your top three at the moment. Still, we see Brett Wheeler, Gavin Sadler, still yet to qualify. We'll see what they've got in store when they come out on track.
Very quick time. Marcus Kanitzka takes the first position at the moment with a 19.196, 1/100,000th of a second quicker than Zach Masters. That's just amazing.
Absolutely flying. Gavin Sadler put his first lap time down. He went 18th quicker, 19.778, running the top side on track. Probably not where he wants to be running, considering half these cars are running through the middle to low part of the track. Don't want to go too low or you will lose a bit more time. He just went a little bit quicker, but he drops down the 19th position as Lewis Clark goes quick time, 19.186.
You can see this track starting to come in now, and as always, last of the last runners, Brett Wheeler is now on the track. Let's see what he can do coming around for his warm-up lap, and then we'll see his first time lap.
On the clock, Brett Wheeler taking the track under the wheels, seeing what he can do. First time comes round, what can he achieve? He goes 5th quick, 19.242.
Big improvement from practice, but can he go a couple of more positions further up the field? Coming around now for his second lap. Let's see if it was better.
Sean,
no,
looks like he
19.
did not put a time in at all for that lap.
I believe he must have hit that wall.
You're probably not wrong at all. Last lap comes round. See what he can do. Will he go quicker? No. 19.432. And while that looks like it's going to conclude qualifying, just under a minute remaining. All cars look to have qualified. We're going to head through your top 10 for qualifying, so you can see where your favorite driver qualified.
In first position, we have Lewis Clark, your pole man and quick time for the night, 19.186. Marcus Kanitzka in second position, 19.196. Zach Lightning Masters, 19.199. Very close there for the top three. Fourth position, James Rice, 19.223. Fifth position is Brett Wheeler, 19.241. In sixth place, we have Mitchell Wiley, 19.258. Seventh, Lewis Hewitt. Sixth, Jock Goodyear. Ninth, Harry Edwards. And in 10th position, Matt McCutcheon.
Very, very close times between all the drivers. We're going to set ready for your heat race number 1. 8 laps go up on the clock. 5 will transfer directly into the feature. We're a full lockout. 3 heat races will go on tonight with 7 to 8 cars per heat.
Yeah, great turnout considering it is the last round of the series. So usually you get a lot of fallout and people that obviously are competing for the championship don't turn up. So it's a great credit to see 22 cars still turning up at the last round. So absolutely amazing job by the Australian Speedway League to keep the participation up.
You're not wrong at all. We pull the pace truck away for the first time tonight. Off pole position will be your quick man, Lewis Clark. Out of 2 will be James Rice, with 3 being Lewis Hewitt. Matt McCutcheon out of 4, with Kyle Stevens out of 5. 6, he didn't do what he wanted to do in qualifying, will be Joel Berkeley. And out of 7 will be Shane Davies. Rounding out your first heat of tonight will be Rick Birch in 8th.
Tristo, who's your pick for this heat?
Oh, look, could be Berkeley. You got Mini Mac. Could be anyone, but look, I'm going to go with Berkeley.
I'm going to go for Lewis Hewitt sitting 3rd spot there. Who's your pick, Bailey?
Well, I'm going to go for our pole man, Lewis Clark. We'll see what he's got under the hood for tonight and see if he can make something work. The pace truck pulls off on the back straight. Look out for the front row. TTL 2 cars in the field. He can go any time on the green. We are away. First corner, 3 wide. TTL squishing, well, the number 1 car of Matt McCutcheon. Joel Berkeley, 5th position currently. Look at the leaders. We can see Lewis Clark and James Rice. Look at the 3 car of Lewis Hewitt up the inside. Lap 1, led by Lewis Hewitt in the 19 grey and blue machine.
Track looking really racy. James Rice able to hold around the outside. Lewis Clark on the inside there. Also able to maintain. Getting 2 nice line here as we see the 9 of Joel Berkeley cut under Matt McCutcheon for that 4th position.
Outside's looking very quick. Look at James Rice on the outside. Can he make it work? He does. The outside lane for the number 5 red and black car is working at the moment. Now Lewis Hewitt tries to make the same thing happen on the outside. Can't get it done this lap by. We're halfway home. Flags crossed. The 19 car under the threat from the 3 car sticks the nose up the inside. Look out for Joel Berkeley. He's on his way to the pole.
Lewis Hewitt working the inside of Lewis Clark there. Looks like he might be able to get the drive out, but that high line still with enough drive to hold Lewis Clark there, but he slides up, bumps into him. There's a bit of a touch, very sideways by Lewis Clark there, but he manages to keep it going. This allowed Joel Berkeley now to slide up into Lewis Clark, but doesn't quite do it.
Lewis Clark in all sorts of trouble at the moment, just hanging on to a transfer spot to the main. Matt McCutcheon on the outside. That car is looking quick. 2 wide action for 4th and 5th at the moment. They get together. It's going to open the door. Look at that. Shane Davies and Kyle Stevens are able to get into the transfer spot. We're on lap number 7 of 8. As we look at our leader, James Rice. He's hanging on at the moment, the Lewis Hewitt in the 3 car. Can he make it work as the outside's looking very, very quick? White flag drops out in front of the cars. We're 1 lap to go.
Watching Lewis here, he's going to try and make the run down onto the inside in turn 3 and 4. Here he goes. Can he get the drive out? James Rice up high. Lewis Hewitt gets a little bit too sideways, and James Rice is your heat race number 1 winner. Lewis Hewitt 2nd, Joel Berkeley 3rd, 4th is Shane Davies, 5th will be Kyle Stevens, Matt McCutcheon in 6th, Lewis Clark not finishing there in 7th, and Rick Burt in 8th.
Very unfortunate for, well, the incident that happened there between Matt McCutcheon and, well, and, well, we're going to head into heat race number 2. Very controversial there. And, well, we saw James Rice. He was able to do a little burnout at the end there of heat race number 1. We're going to get into a heat race number 2 grid now, as these cars will pull away behind the pace truck in a moment's time. This has got your points leader, Brett Wheeler, on the front row. Out of P number 1 will be Marcus Knitska. Out of 2, with a 56 of Brett Wheeler. Out of 3 will be the man TTL has been looking at for a while, Jock Goodyear. Out of 4 will be Brenton Davison. John Schultz, he's in second in the point standing. He's out of 5. George Fullerton out of 6. And Mr. Consistent, Gavin Sadler, out of 7. He will need a lot of work. Well, Tristo, we've seen the 7-car grid. Who do you think will win this one?
Look, I've got to go for Brett in this one.
Sean?
Yeah, easy option there. I'm liking the look of Marcus Knitska at the moment.
Well, you've both chosen very good picks for sure. I'm going to say Brenton Davison. Hopefully he can pull it back out of the trick for me and see what he can do. Well, we all know when Brett Wheeler can run the top. We've got Bernie's going for Jock Goodyear. Top 4 has been locked out. Take your pick. Brett Wheeler's going to run the outside. No doubt he's seen what Heat Race 1 had. Pace truck was off halfway through the back straight. We're ready to go. Green flag is out. Brett Wheeler with the jump. Brilliant jump on the outside. Marcus Knitska to the inside. Can Brett make the inside work really quick? Brenton Daly out. Davison on the outside. He's in 5th position. Gavin Sadler up to 6th.
Great run by John Schultz, trying to work the inside of Jock Goodyear there in the number 6 car. Just not enough traction down low at the moment. That high line definitely proving the place to be at the moment.
You're not wrong. Brett Wheeler led lap number 1. Marcus Knitska in 2nd with Jock Goodyear in 3rd. Under threat from John Schultz on the inside. Unable to make it work. Looks like the outside's looking a bit quicker, but John Schultz still side by side on lap number 2 in the turn number 1. Marcus Knitska now needs to watch out for Jock Goodyear. He almost got into the back of him there. Almost ended in tears. Look out for Brenton Davison in 5th position. Needs to get a few consistent laps in. See if he can tag on the back of them. Gavin Sadler, 6th position. Halfway home. Flags crossed.
John Schultz persisting with that lower line just off the wall. It looks like he can't quite get up there. He'll be able to get up there now as we see Jock Goodyear try to put the slide job on Marcus Knitska. He gets in front. They bump. Marcus gets very sideways. John Schultz manages to avoid both of them, but Jock Goodyear is going to hold on to that 3rd position.
Marcus Knitska now, he's going to put under threat from John Schultz on the outside. The quicker line, it looks like. Here comes 3 wide. Brenton Davison tries to make a slide job, can't get it to work. He's going to lose a lot of momentum now to Gavin Sadler on the outside for 5th position. Lap 6 of 8, 3 to run. Now, looking back up front, Brett Wheeler, he's checked out of town, he's gone. You can see Jock Goodyear in the battle for 2nd, 3rd and 4th at the moment. 5th, Brenton Davison, he's in the 5th and final transfer spot.
Absolutely amazing how much lead Brett Wheeler has pulled out on the field here. So that means that car is absolutely dialed in at the moment.
You're not wrong at all. Look at the battle for 2nd, 3rd and 4th. Final lap. White flag out. Well, Brett Wheeler's got at least 2 turns, half in a whole straight away ahead. Your heat race number 2. Well, he's dominated from lap number 1. The 56 car, Brett Wheeler.
Yeah, dominating performance there by Brett Wheeler. So interesting to see. He's definitely here to win the championship tonight, and he's started his campaign off extremely well. Let's see how Zach Masters can do in his heat now, coming up in heat number 3.
You're not wrong, Tristo. You're able to pick heat race number 2. We'll head through the grid for heat race 3 in a moment's time, and you have another pick. See if you can get 2 from 3, as these cars will grid up very shortly. Joel Berkeley, g'day to you. Doing a bit of double work in the YouTube live chat along with driving tonight. Reckons Jock should go off the dev team for TTL Esports. Well, he's shown a lot of dominance over the last few nights, and well, since the start of the series, and Bernie agrees with that. Has immediate g'day to you.
let's go through your starting grid for heat number 3. Zach Lightning Masters is off the pole. Second position is Mitchell Wiley. Harry Edwards will be starting out of 3rd. Lachlan Smith in 4th position. Daniel Vassell will be starting out of 5th. 6th position, Peter Honeybell. And in position 7, Troy Smith.
Get excited for the Lightning McQueen 95 of Zach Masters. Tristo, we've got 1 lap to green. Who do you think will take away heat race number 3?
Look, both my teammates are off first and second in this one, but I got to go for Zach.
Taking a bit of a pick over his other teammate. We'll see how that controversy. Sean, your tip?
I'm going to go for Zach in this one. So consistent this season.
2 for Zach. I'm going to go for Harry Edwards in the 66. We'll see what they can do. Pace truck pulls off on the back straight. We're going to wait for the green flag to drop before these guys could do racing. A bit of a wider start here for Zach Masters on the inside. The green flag is out. Wiley on the outside. Masters gets a bit of better jump for sure on the inside. But the outside line's shown to be dominating all night. Mitchell Wiley unable to make it work. He gets together with Lachlan Smith. That almost ended in tears. Well, it is. You can see the last 4. They were able to keep it. No, the 13 car is upside down in turns 3 and 4. Lap number 1 led by Zach Masters. Up the inside, Daniel Vassell. Absolutely dominating performance at the moment. He's come from the back of the pack.
Late call from Bernie Weemers picking the 97 there. Bit of a advantage seeing him doing a great run at the moment as he is battling with Harry Edwards for that 2nd and 3rd position.
You're not wrong. Oh, Vassell goes round. Edwards involved. Edwards stays live as he's now on the threat from Mitchell Wiley. Daniel Vassell turned around in turn number 3. He's back going. He's still in the transfer spot. He's in 5th and final position for the transfer spot. Meanwhile, back up front, Zach Masters checked out by a long way, hits the wall on the outside, able to keep it going.
Bernie doesn't need to be on the mic to put his commentator curse on this field. Unfortunate there for Danny Vassell just getting into Harry Edwards. As we see now, Mitchell Wiley working the inside of Harry Edwards in the 66. Side by side going into turn 3 and 4. He gets that position, but Harry looks on the inside. Oh, they touch again. Harry Edwards is around. Lachlan Smith bumps into him but keeps going.
Very unfortunate way to see Harry Edwards. He's able to hold on to his 4th position now. Lachlan Smith, he moves up in the 3rd position. Valuable points, valuable positions to the A main. Zach Masters, we're over halfway home. Well, we're 3/4 of the way home now. Is Zach Masters, Wiley, Smith, Edwards and Vassell your top 5?
Both dominating performances from Zach Masters as well as Brett Wheeler, so it's going to be interesting to see those two in the feature tonight, as well as John Schultz, who's running in 2nd in championship as well, so he'll be looking to mix it in the A main. He is locked in as we come around for your last lap. Zach Masters will win dominantly in your heat race number 3. We're looking for a battle for 2nd. Lachlan Smith on the inside of Mitchell Wiley. Can he get the run out of the corner? No, he can't. Mitchell Wiley will hold 2nd. Lachlan Smith will be 3rd. Harry Edwards 4th. And Danny Vassell manages to finish in that transfer spot in 5th. So we'll see him in the main.
Well, Tristo's able to pick 2 of the 3 heat races, along with Sean able to pick that heat race number 3 also. We want to make sure you guys can get involved. Head over to the youtube.com/RRTV and make sure you put your input in for who you think will win each hit race and final race. We're heading into the B main currently. Cars are out on track. A lot of cars you wouldn't generally see in this race, Sean, including Gavin Sadler, Mr. Consistent.
Yeah, Gavin's going to want to try and lock himself into the A main, especially being in 5th position in the championship and having a shot at it. But if he's going to doing it hard anyway, because even if he makes it through, he is going to be off the back of the A main. So going to be doing it very tough here tonight, Gavin Sadler.
You're not wrong at all. These cars pull off track now. We're going to go through your B main. Last chance dance grid. Out of P number 1 will be Matt Machuchin. Out of 2 will be Gavin Sadler, with 3 being Peter Hunnebell. 4, Lewis Clark, with 5 being George Fullerton. 6 will be Troy Smith. And rounding out your 7-car field will be Rick Burt.
I'm going to pick a wild card and say Peter Honeybell for the win.
Christo.
I'm going to go with Gavin Sadler.
Mr. Consistent, Gavin Sadler for Tristo. Half a lap of pacing to go will send them green. This is their last chance. 5 to the A main. Who will make the dance? Watch out. Matt McCutcheon for Bernie. He's on the front row with Gavin Sadler. Look out for him in second with Hunnebell and Clark. We get ready to send them green. Flag drops. They're away. Clark looks to give Sadler a bit of a bump. Unable to make it work. Sadler makes contact with the outside wall. We're 3 wide as they straighten themselves out. 2 wide on the back straight. Matt McCutcheon on the inside. Now he slides up in front of Sadler. Closes the door. 3 wide off of 4. Just makes it work. Rick Burt around in the outside. We stay green flag racing. No yellows.
Does Gavin Sadler want it? You bet he does, making it 3 wide coming out there. He has his eyes firmly fixed on Matt McCutcheon now. Matt goes into the wall. This will allow Gavin Sadler to get the run. Can't quite do it. He's going to settle back into second position, but definitely looking at making this pass here in the B main rather than the A main. George Fullerton into third. Great run by George.
You're not wrong at all. George Fullerton trying to hang on the inside. Slots himself back up in front of Peter Hunnebell on the outside. You see Gavin Sadler's car, he's got quite a bit of fight left in it. And you see it trying to straggle its way past Matt McCutcheon. Fullerton, though, making the inside work if I've never seen it done before. He's getting some valuable laps in now if he can make the A main. 5 the transfer, all 5 of these cars in this lead pack can. Hunnebell and Clark almost get together, 4th and 5th position. Wow, George Fullerton up the inside of Sadler. He's making him work for second.
That car's working so well through the slick there, just running the middle line. It looks like it's getting so much drive as he changes to up high now. Oh, is there Peter touches and they manage to keep going. George holds on to third. Peter Honeybell still 4th.
Clark rounding out the top 5. Troy Smith and Rick Burt nowhere to be seen on camera. They're on the back straight at the moment as they're trying to make valuable time up. Might be a bit too late as we're lap 7 of 12. 5 to run. The track is starting to slicken off quite a fair bit. You can see a top line groove coming in now. It's making these guys run right up against the wall as Gavin Sadler's just found out what the wall feels like. Again, 3 wide through turn 1 and 2. Hunnebell, Sadler, and we've got Hunnebell around. He'll stay 5th position, and Sadler back to 4th. Not where he wants to be sitting at the moment.
Just making note of turn number 3. There is a massive bump coming into 3. It is unsettling cars, so that's going to be something to watch as this A main kicks off in just a few laps time.
Not wrong at all. George Fullerton up the inside of Clark. Can he make it work on the inside? Don't be too sure, as the run off turn 4 is looking very, very tasty at the moment.
Matt McCutcheon, that car working those bumps very well. He has a big lead at the moment. He will lock himself into the A main definitely as long as he doesn't make a mistake. Lewis Clark is in second, George Fullerton third, Gavin Sadler in 4th, and your final transfer still Peter Honeybell.
We're two to the checkered flag. George Fullerton in the 500 car, working the outside now, getting a taste of what it feels like. This should be a really good A main as we're seeing 2 lanes of racing at the moment as George Fullerton has shown you what that inside lane can do. Worked his way at the 3rd position. White flag is out for Matt McCutcheon as we will see him come round to take the B main, your last chance dance, the number 1 car.
Lewis Clark, good job for second there, and just on the line, looks like Gavin Sadler may have got George, but we'll confirm that for you. No, George Fullerton in third, Gavin Sadler fourth, Peter Honeybell fifth. Missing tonight and not making the A will be Rick Burt and Troy Smith.
Well, we head to the big one, the A main for tonight's race. We've just seen Gavin Sadler just make it into the race. Generally in the top 10 for the A main, Sean. It's going to make it very interesting.
Yeah, most definitely he's going to have a lot of work ahead of him. He would have seen George working that inside line, so he'll make a few quick adjustments to that car, see if he can make that inside line work better, because he knows there is going to be some very heavy traffic up on that high line.
Not wrong at all. We're going to head through your grid in a moment's time. So we're just waiting for the final car to grid up. They pull
Great
off.
showdown at the front.
What a showdown at the front for sure. Pace truck pulls away in a moment's time. We're going to head through your A main grid. The feature race for tonight. Out of pole will be James Rice. Out of 2 will be Brett Wheeler, with 3 being Zach Masters. 4 will be no other than Lewis Stewart, with 5 being Jock Goodyear. 6, Mitchell Wiley. 7th will be Joel Berkeley, with 8 being Brayton Davidson. 9 will be Lachlan Smith, with 10 will be Shane Davies. Out of 11 will be John Schultz, with 12 being Harry Edwards. 13th, Kyle Stevens, with 14th being Marcus Knitska. 15, Daniel Vassell. We head into your transferees. 16th, Matt Machuchin. 17th being Lewis Clark, George Fullerton, Gavin Sadler, and Peter Honeybell to round out your A main lineup. 1 lap till we send them green. Tristo, put your money on who you think will win this one.
Look, as long as flowers and weeds don't grow up on turn 3 there, I think my mate Zach Masters will have it, but it could go to anyone, seriously.
I'm going Joel Berkeley.
Joel Berkeley, my money's on Brett Wheeler on the outside. James Rice, Brett Wheeler to lead him away. Zach Masters on the inside with Lewis Hewitt on row number 2. TTL, we're green. Brett Wheeler to an amazing start on the outside of Rice. We're going 2 wide into turn 1, 3 wide a bit further back, even 4 wide at a moment's time. Brett Wheeler with an amazing run on the outside. Lewis Hewitt follows him by. Zach Masters and Joel Berkeley up the inside. And Jock Goodyear 4 wide off of 4. Amazing racing. We're staying green. Lap number 1, Brett Wheeler leads it away. Lewis Hewitt, Zach Masters trying to get in traffic. 3 wide along the back straight between Rice, Masters and Goodyear.
This is not what Zach wants to see. Brett out in front, and he is back here battling with TTL's number 6, Jock Goodyear. So that's not where he wants to be. He wants to try and focus and get some driving, get up there. Oh, as they come together, he's fallen back again. Both TTL drivers now, Jock and Joel, passing him. You're
not wrong. He was a bit of a cheese and a sandwich for a moment. Look at the front battle, though. Your championship point leader, Brett Wheeler. He's being able to hold off Lewis Hewitt, single file on the top side of the track. That blue-green livery has been seen it all season long up the front, and he's being able to lead. Lap number 4 of 30 outside wall doesn't look good. Hangs on to it. We're still green flag racing.
Very commanding lead at the moment. Looks like Lewis Hewitt is just pacing with Brett Wheeler. He has the speed with him at the moment, not letting Brett get away, as we have our first yellow of the night.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. Vassell upside down on the back straight into the wall involved. George Fullerton doing a few burnouts on the inside to get that car back going again. We'll get a replay up on your screen now. Looks to be the 16 car got involved. Lachlan Smith was involved, Lewis Clark was involved, and George Fullerton was involved. Upside down for Vassell.
George, little bit of a bystander there, just had nowhere to go and got into the out of control 97 of Danny Vassell.
You're not wrong. It looks like the 16 car of Shane Davies was the one who caused that initial incident. He was the one who turned him around. Unfortunate to see Daniel Vassell. He's upside down. He'll be out of the race. We'll go one to green this time by.
Yeah, I'm thinking Zach slipped on those flowers growing out of turn 3. He didn't get the grip there and he needed to get the start, eh?
Well, you're 100% right there, Sean. Tristo, Sean.
Still not out of it yet. He is in 7th position, so starting on the outside, that's where we want to be now. Try and get some drive and see if he can work his way up. Brett Wheeler is going to have a hard time trying to get this start over Lewis Hewitt because Brett will want to go on. He goes very, very early. Great start. Lewis Hewitt caught napping there, and Joel Berkeley is going to give him a little tap and make him realise that he was napping. James Rice is going to look on the inside of both those drivers but can't get any drive. Leader is now Brett Wheeler. Second is Lewis Hewitt. Third, Joel Berkeley.
Masters needs a trick to happen at the moment. TTL got 2 on the podium, and they're trying to make it 3. Wheeler leads lap number 1 back on the green flag. Masters into the wall just a little bit. Look at Hewitt. Yellow, yellow, yellow.
19 involved. 911 involved of Lewis. I forgot his name. 911 involved as well.
Lachlan Smith involved.
That's the one.
Shane Davies in the 16 car was also involved, and Hannibal was involved. So it looks like Hannibal got together with the 16 car of Shane Davies, and it looked like that was in trouble. Black flag goes out for Peter Hannibal. Unfortunate way to see him end his night. Shane Davies able to continue on. He'll tag back onto the back of the field.
Yeah, it looked like McCutcheon got into Lachlan Smith there as well and sent him into a 360, but all those drivers continuing on.
Not wrong at all. TTL have got 3 of the first 5 positions. Wheeler and Masters breaking it up. Look at the 5 car of James Rice. He's looking in. See what he can do. They'll grid up this time by Wheeler to send them away. Hewitt on the outside. Berkeley and Masters. There your 4. Then we follow by Jock Goodyear, James Rice, Harry Edwards, and John Shields. Nitska in 10th.
It's going to be interesting. We'll see what Lewis Hewitt does this time. He knows that Brett Wheeler went very early, so he shouldn't fall for that a second time. Let's see if he goes as early with him again. Bit of an even start. Brett Wheeler still gets the jump though. Lewis Hewitt can't get the drive off that outside. Brett Wheeler moves up straight back to that high line. Lewis Hewitt falls into second. Joel Berkeley in third, and Zach Lightning Masters in 4th. Here he comes.
You're not wrong at all. Here comes Zach Masters. Can he get it to work? He needs. Oh, gets in together with Berkeley. He stays green flag racing. Halfway home, flags crossed. Look at Brayton Davison on the inside. He's trying to make something work. Yellow goes back out.
Mitchell Wiley on his side out of turn number 2.
You get a replay up on your screen in a moment's time. It looks like we're on replay now. You can see on your screen, it looks like Harry Edwards in the 66 car just got together with Mitchell Wiley. And, well, kind of looks like Edwards had nowhere to go on the outside, and it just got a bit together at the front and back of each other's car, and he went upside down into the wall.
Harry couldn't have gone any higher there. He was already against the wall. It just looks like Mitchell Wiley the back got out from underneath him and he went up into the 19 there, so not much. The 66 of Harry Edwards, not much he could do. Just a bit of a racing incident.
I like what I'm seeing so far, guys. A lot of clean racing and a few bumps there, but hey, we all know this is dirt, so robbing's racing, you know.
100% correct. These cars will grid up. We'll go 1 to green. This pace truck will pull in for the 4th time of this A main feature. Brought to you by Down Under Graphics. Say hello to, if you're just joining us, hello race fans from wherever you're watching us from. Put in the YouTube live chat. We want to know where you are watching from. Pace truck will pull in. Wheeler, Hewitt, Berkeley, Masters, Goodyear, Rice, we're green. Hewitt on the outside gets a really nice run. Unable to make it work. 3 wide along the front straight between Goodyear, Berkeley and Masters. Oh, Berkeley and Masters get together. It's 3 wide off the tube. It's a bit of a smash-up derby. They're able to stay good, but we go yellow.
James Rice rolling slow off the back there. Not sure if he was involved in that incident.
Screen for you at the moment is James Rice.
Matt McCutcheon gets into the back of him and sends him around.
That was very unfortunate. No cars badly involved. He did get together with the 442 car of Kyle Stevens, but he was able to keep on going, and they were, well, the top 5, it was looking pretty dicey for a moment.
3 wide going over the start-finish line there and into turn 1. That was some great racing. Zach Masters getting very lucky there. He was about to beat the meat in a very tight TTL sandwich.
Not wrong at all. Wheeler, your points championship leader. He's led 21 of the 30 laps so far. He's only got to do 8 more laps around this track. Wait, sorry, my maths. 9 more laps around this track, and he'll come home the checker flag. They'll grid up again. See what they've got in store.
Yeah, with the points, I think Zach, even winning and Brett second, isn't going to do it. Brett will still be the championship winner, so we'll work that out after this race. But let's see how he goes. The pace car pulls in.
We'll get underway in a moment's time. Wheeler, Hewitt, Berkeley, Masters. I've said it multiple times, and we're away again. TTL go 3 wide out of turn number 4. Masters involved. They're going green, lap number 23 of 30. Hewitt, Masters goes on the outside of Berkeley and makes it work. Look at Brayton at the moment. He's trying to get involved with the TTL guys and try and break their finish. Berkeley into the wall on the outside. Hewitt also. Masters, he's trying to make it work now. Masters really needs Hewitt to get a good run on Wheeler at the moment. It gets a little bit dicey coming from the corner. All top 4 do at the moment. They've pulled away. Wheeler, Hewitt, Masters, Berkeley. Oh, Matt McCutcheon into the wall on the outside, able to stay green. There's Brayton Davidson. He's in 5th position. He's able to pass Jock Goodyear.
Oh, big slide job by Joel Berkeley on Zach Masters. They both hit. Zach comes back at him, slides under. That is 2 slide jobs in 2 corners. Zach Masters staying up high now. Joel Berkeley going to work that inside and slide back up into Zach Masters. They both go into the wall. Here comes Harry Edwards now to spoil the party.
Mistake, Brayton Davidson. They've got the same livery, 1 number apart. Zach Masters into the wall. It's getting dicey. Davidson now goes up the inside of Masters. Can he make it work? No, hits the wall. They're 2 wide off turn number 2. Lap number 27 of 30. Jock Goodyear now needs to make something work as Knitska's battling through the field. John Schiltz, Davidson, Goodyear, Knitska get together. Masters, look at Goodyear. He's just made a 2-car pass in a matter of half a turn. And he goes up the inside of Davidson. Masters in all sorts of trouble. Clark now gets blown. Knitska gets blown. Wheeler now leads lap 28 of 30 to the checker flag.
While all that was happening, Lewis Hewitt got sideways off of turn 4, trying to make a little bit of a run on the inside of Brett Wheeler. He got very crossed up, 180 on the straight, and then went into pit and managed to keep going. So Joel Berkeley now, we have 1 lap to go. Are we going to see a Berkeley last lap dive once again?
Will it happen? Half a lap to run, 2 corners. We crown your championship for the Down Under Graphics Street Stocks. Wheeler's got 1 turn to do it. Can he do it? Yes, he does. Say hello to your Down Under Graphics Street Stock Championship, Brett Wheeler.
Joel Berkeley running out of laps there, making a great run towards the end, but your championship winner for this first series of the Down Under Graphics Street Stocks will be Brett Wheeler.
Absolute amazing race, full of action, and wow, Mr. Wheeler, he loves the outside. He was able to make it work. A beautiful track for him to finish off, and the track was getting trickier and trickier as the race went on.
Yeah, some big bumps towards the end there. That high line, extremely hard to run. But Brett Wheeler made it look extremely easy, and he takes out your feature race here tonight. So plenty places to look in that race. We just couldn't keep up with all the action. Some great racing throughout this event, and also the whole series.
You're not wrong at all. On screen, you saw Brett Wheeler doing his victory burnouts, and I'm sure he's up standing at the moment in his excitement to win the series. Get underway with an interview very shortly with him. We'll just get an update. Tristan, how'd you find that race, buddy?
Oh yeah, look, it was a great race. It was very physical near the end there, but you're going to expect that in the last race of the season for a championship and all. Look, Brett did a great job. Yeah, awesome race.
Good to hear. Well, we'll get underway with your interviews very quickly as we prepare ourselves and the track team get out there to prepare the track for the race merch midgets. Meanwhile, well, we're going to bring in your second place. That will be Joel Berkeley. Then we'll get Brett Wheeler. Quick word with Joel before we head into Wheeler. Well, Joel, second place tonight, just ran out of laps and unable to get Wheeler. How'd you find tonight's A-Main?
Challenging for a street stock, actually. Way different to usual in a street stock. You don't expect a half pipe in a street stock, but yeah, we got one tonight.
You're not wrong at all. The track throwed a few tricky points. Turn 3 was very troubling for a lot of people. And, well, you were able to make it work. Starting a little bit further back in the field, you're able to battle through your teammates, Goodyear and Hewitt.
Yeah, I sort of stuffed up my qualifying, and yeah, I had my work cut out for me then, but yeah, once we got going in clean air, it's just, yeah, you had to be on that cushion or you're going backwards, which usually isn't a thing for these street stocks, but tonight, yeah, it was a thing for the street stocks. It was, yeah, you had to be on the cushion or you were a second slower.
Well, you're not wrong at all. Berkeley, congratulations on second place tonight. Before we let you go, if you got any sponsors you'd like to thank?
Massive thanks to guys at TTL Esports, Down to Graphics, Ash Media, Speedway Footage, Hubble Stimulator, Thigh Designs, Ultimate Dirt TV. Thanks to the guys at TTL, and congrats to Brett on winning the championship. He consistent all season. I think he finished every feature.
Well, congratulations on second. Before we let you go, Tristan, if you got a question.
Yeah, how you going, Joel? So, where you going to go now?
I haven't got a chance at winning this midget championship, so it's just whatever happens in them, but it's game on in the sprint cars, really, because I think there's only something if I finish first, or if Bob finishes first and I finish 11th, he actually wins the championship, so there's, yeah, everything to win and everything to lose in the sprint cars after the midgets.
Cool. I thought you'd be going to the pub, but no, all good, mate.
Well, you just heard from your second place winner, Sean. What an amazing race that was for him.
Yeah, Joel, been a bit unlucky this season. I mean, he's really had pace from time to time. Just we've seen him have some amazing finishes, but just couldn't get that consistency together to be running in the top 5 here in the championship. But expect big things from him next season.
For sure. Well, we're going to get an interview with the man who was able to put the laps down tonight. Your championship winner, Brett Wheeler. And, well, while we've got a special guest here, Tristo, why don't you take this interview away?
Hey, Brett, how you going, mate? Great win, great season. How you feeling?
Yeah, pretty good actually. We started off the championship here at Charlton. We picked up the win. I think it was Harmy, and then we finished off the season with a win as well. So it's good to. I think that was 5 wins out of the 12 weeks. So yeah, I'm really happy with how the season's gone and how tonight went as well.
That's awesome, mate. So it seems like the series is getting more and more popular. Looking towards next season.
Yeah, looking forward to defending the street stock title, I guess. But these cars, they're a bit of a handful sometimes, especially with that cushion that we've seen tonight. It's probably one of the biggest cushions that I've been up against in a street stock.
Wow, awesome. Yeah, I saw it was getting pretty rough out there, and it was building up more than usual too. Do you guys have any more questions?
Well, Wheeler, congratulations on the championship and the win tonight. Amazing drive. How'd you find, well, your favourite spot on the track, the wall?
Yeah. I said to a couple of guys from TTL and a couple of drivers that were here tonight, I said, as soon as you get in, let's just run the top and get that cushion into it. I didn't expect it to be that big. I felt it a little bit there in practice. Qualifying wasn't there too much, but in the end, it was getting quite big, especially in that heat race. So I think I won the heat race by like 3 seconds over the other, or compared to the other heat race times. So it was fun. It was challenging, but it was you had to be right up on the cushion, otherwise you were quite a fair way off the times.
You're not wrong at all. And the momentum from these cars tonight, well, it didn't look too tricky for yourself, but those guys on the bottom of the track, they're losing quite a fair bit of speed off the corners. Did you ever feel like diving down to the inside just to see if it's got a little bit more speed, or were you happy to stick up on the outside and try and block out Hewitt and Berkeley?
Not a chance. I was never going to the bottom of this racetrack once tonight, unless it was in qualifying. I won my heat on the top side, and I knew that's where the fastest way around was. So I just had to keep the momentum up and stay off the wall.
Well, you're not wrong at all. Well, congratulations, Brett. Before we let you go, would you like to thank any sponsors?
Yeah, obviously, you guys at RRTV for doing the whole series. It's always fun to go back and watch. Gav and the entire Australian Speedway League admins for putting it on, week in, week out, not only the street stock, but for the midgets and sprint cars. Thanks to Down on the Graphics for sponsoring the street stocks, race merch for the midgets. Although I don't run the midgets or sprint cars. Thanks to WP Concreting as well. Teammates at UW Motorsports and our sponsors are Wicked Cushion, Ultimate Dirt TV, Next Gen Fab, Colby's Eye Paints, and I think there's one more that I might be missing. I'll get it next time. Thanks.
Well, congratulations, Wheeler, once again. Your championship winner for the Down Under Graphic Street Stocks. Well, Sean, that's the street stocks over and done with. We're on to the race merch midgets, and well, a little bird has told me you're strapping on the helmet for tonight.
Yes, I will be heading down into the pits to jump into the midget and give that a run for the first time, and then jumping into the sprint car also. So I'll get a first-hand account of what it's like out there on the racetrack tonight.
Well, good luck to yourself. We're going to head to a short ad break. The track team have said we're good to go. So we're going to head to a quick ad while we switch over service, and we'll be back shortly here at RRTV.
Hi there, folks. Welcome back to RRTV's live coverage of the ASL Speedway Championship, coming to you live from Charlotte. And we've got the Race Merch Midgets out now for their final run here tonight. Your commentary team tonight is myself, Bernie Weemers, and of course Bailey Hall and Tristan Yelland in the combox. Welcome back, guys, and can't see Sean out there yet.
Yeah, very interesting. The helmet buckle mustn't be working for him as well. We'll see if he can get out on track as the surface filled up very quickly and a lot of cars out there. He hasn't gone out on track yet, but he has been able to get himself into the servos. He's out there now for his first lap. We'll see what he's got in store on screen. Meanwhile, we're back again. Race Merch Midgets, event number 2. Tristan, it's going to be an interesting one for sure.
Oh, most definitely, guys. And with how the track's been today, it could be very interesting in these, definitely.
Yeah, well, you're not wrong at all. Bernie, welcome to the back into the commentary box. We've dragged you out of the producer trailer, and we've got you on the mic now. As Sean he's put his first lap time down. He's got in the 17th position out of 30. Very quick.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, I tell you what, I heard Tristo was up here, so I kicked Sean out. I said I've got to be up here with the Unicorn Man and call some action with him, so it's going to be absolutely awesome. One person to keep an eye out on the track here tonight, folks, is Shane Van Gisbergen is out running with us tonight. And I tell you what, Bailey, when he comes out to play in these cars, he plays hard and he generally loves coming up through the field.
You're not wrong at all. From tarmac to dirt, well, from a full closed car and roll cage to a midget, this will be very interesting. He's in a bright red and green and blue livery. He's having a ball out there at the moment with the number 22 car. Well, we're going to head through your points at the moment to see, well, where your favourite driver is currently sitting and if they can make it work tonight to see if they can take home the championship. If you're just joining us, welcome to the live stream, the broadcast. We're night number 12, the dirt track of Charlotte. You've missed the street stocks where we saw Brett Wheeler take home the championship, and we'll head through the points. Bernie, well, Bob King, 6 out of 11 wins so far for the series. He took home last week. He's currently in first with a 1380 total points. Gavin Savler, Mr. Consistent, second in the points. 13-16. He's only 64 points behind him. James Robbie in third, 1,288. And Joel Berkeley, he gone up one position from last week. He's in fourth with 1,208. Fifth, Daniel Vassell, 1,196. Ryan Harris in sixth will be at a 1,166. Seventh, Harry Edwards, 1,130. Brett Jr. Morris lost 4 positions in the championship last week. He's in 8th with 1,076. 9th will be Scott Butler, 1,038. And rounding out the 10 of the championship will be Terry Marwood with 1,038. Dead equal with 9th, Scott Butler.
Yeah, so there's a lot to play for there, folks. And but I tell you what, Bailey, Bob King, he has to be coming in as a favourite here tonight. He's got a good lead, very, very consistent, a very hard charger in the midgets, and it's going to be hard to see any of the guys wrestling that crown off him tonight. But stranger things have happened, and I'm sure Bob's got that in the back of his mind as well.
Mr. Consistent, Gavin Sadler. He has not won a race yet this series, and he's in second position along James Robbie. He hasn't won a race either. He's in third. So, well, those guys will have to work very hard tonight to beat the hard charger and see what they've got in store. Hot laps are currently happening on screen.
Yes, so Bailey, 3 minutes to go here. Let's, how about you take the viewers through the format of the Race Merch Midgets tonight so they'll have a better understanding of exactly how this is going to unfold.
100% right. These are the Race Merch Midgets on track, the dirt track of Charlotte. We've headed a bit later into the evening, still in the afternoon. This is a 0.4 of a mile track, 4 turns, and well, we're in hot laps at the moment. These guys have had 15 minutes to get hot laps See if they can get this car tuned in. We'll go in the qualifying then. 5 minutes, 3 laps with 3 heat races. Each stacking up 8 laps with 5 transferred to the feature race directly. Anyone who's unable to make that feature race has to head through the constellation. The last chance stands B main. 12 laps, 5 to the feature also. Then we head to our A main to see who will crown the championship points winner. And that's 30 laps. And that will be an unbelievable race for sure. Very short cars though, Bernie. A big track. We could see 4 wide multiple times here tonight.
Oh, definitely. I think we'll definitely see 4 wide here tonight for sure. But one man I'm interested in hearing from tonight is Tristo. Tristo, what about the race merch midgets? Who do you think we should be keeping an eye on out there tonight?
Oh, look, you can't go past Bob King for the race tonight. He's pretty great in these, so he knows what he's doing. But look, there's so many you got to watch. Sorry, guys.
That's all right. Yeah, no worries. Well, let's have a look at the weather as it stands coming in to this tonight. Tell you what, the track is been baking here today, and the track temp out there, 39.8 degrees Celsius, hottest we've seen so far in the series. As far as air temp goes, well, it's a cool 25 degrees Celsius out there, but no doubt it will cool off as we go under lights here later on tonight for the WP Concreting Sprint Car World of Outlaws. But in the meantime, we're here for the race merch midgets, and we're going to be starting qualifying very, very shortly here, Bailey. And it's going to be interesting to see how Bob goes here tonight. Hopefully he's going to have a good run, but we have seen people have poor runs here.
You're not wrong at all. Your night can turn in a matter of seconds. You can go from first to last to first. We'll see how it goes down tonight. Qualifying will commence in a moment, and we'll get underway. Bob King, well, he put down a 15.919 in qualifying. Hot laps. Can he back it up in practice? There's just a moment's time, 10 seconds. They'll get those cars back in pit lane and see what they can do. Sean O'Hare, in the meantime, he got up to 18th position. He was our commentator for the street stocks earlier on in the night. As the checkered flag comes out, we'll get underway with qualifying. See where your favourite driver can sit.
Basically, there's been a bit of a bet going on between Bailey and Sean O'Hare, folks. Sean just has to get through to the A main, and he gets bragging rights out of you two.
A little backstory behind that one. Not long ago, Eldora, I believe if it was round 9 or 10, I had a bit of a run in the sprint cars, WP Concreting sprint cars. I was unable to make the A main, so there's a bit of bragging rights happening behind the scenes here at RRTV to see who will make it where. Meanwhile, we're out for qualifying, and well, I'm on board with the number 77 of Jock Goodyear, Bernie, and he's on to his first flying lap at the moment, and that car is looking quick.
Yeah, it certainly is. Jock's an awesome driver. We saw him out there in the street stocks, and he's back out in the race merch midgets as he's coming through for his first hot lap here. We'll see exactly what sort of a time he takes it in with a 16.323 straight to the top, but the other guys will be hot on his heel. We've got Terry Marwood now pushed down to third, Matty Reid third. Here they come, Zachary Phelan straight up to second, and 600ths of a second behind Bob, but there goes Jock straight to the top, 16.061.
Very quick lap times, quick time currently. Jock Goodyear, 16.061. Bob King does a 17.080 as Jock Goodyear unable to go quicker on his third lap. Quick time, the number 9 of Joel Berkeley, 16.057. First lap goes quick. Bob King sitting in 4th position, your series points leader, unable to get a third lap in at the moment. Lachlan Smith is on track also at the moment, and he's flying around for his final lap at the moment. See if he can go any quicker. He's third quick at the moment. Gavin Sadler, Mr. Consistent, up in the 5th position. Zachary Phelan's been kicked all the way down to 8th. Can Lachlan Smith go quicker? No, he cannot. Joel Berkeley on his third lap at the moment, Bernie.
Yeah, got Sean O'Hara out there at the moment, 15th fastest, and we'll see how he's going. He's in the Little Tackers livery out there tonight, and we'll see if he can improve on his final lap here. Of course, you heard his voice throughout this series, and tonight he gets to have a drive, which is a great way to wrap up the series. 18th fastest, so he's got a lot of work to do tonight. But Lewis Hewitt, he's 7th fastest at the moment, so your top 10 is Joel Berkeley in first, Jock Goodyear second, third Lachlan Smith fourth, Bob King. Gavin Sadler sitting in fifth, Matt McCutcheon sixth, Lewis Hewitt seventh, eighth, Terry Marwood, Zachary Phelan ninth, and Matty Reid rounds out your top 10. But Shane Van Gisbergen's out having a run at the moment, and we'll see what he can do.
Shane Van Gisbergen, he's put his lap times down. He's put himself in 15th position. He's just getting a feel for the track at the moment as he slows himself down. You'll pull that car up. Looking to see who else has the qualifier. Michelle Callow, the 46 car on their she's final lap. And down the back straight. See what lap time. 18th position at the moment. And we'll see what time that 46 green, black and yellow livery will do. Goes quicker, but no improvement in position at 16.286.
The other man we've got on the screen at the moment is Cameron Dance, and he's got a pro licence, so we'll see what the TTL driver can do at the moment. 25th fastest first time through, so we'll see if he can get any quicker. There he goes straight into 5th, and that's the end of his qualifying, so that's a good run by Cameron here.
Not wrong at all. Your only pro qualifier here tonight, and the rest are spread out through the licenses. Most people are above the license though, so very quick field here for the qualifying tonight. They'll wrap that one up now. Meanwhile, we'll head through your top 10 for qualifying, so you know where your favourite driver is finished.
Yeah, so the fastest time goes to Joel Berkeley, the only man in the 15s with 15.970. Jock Goodyear, second quickest. Lachlan Smith, third. Fourth was Bob King. Fifth, Cameron Dance. Lewis Hewitt sitting in sixth. Seventh fastest, Gavin Sadler. Eighth, Matt McCutcheon. Ninth, Terry Marwood. And rounding out your top 10, Zachary Phelan.
Well, Zach Phelan, you normally see him in the top 5. There's some big guns coming out tonight. And they've decided to shut him out. We're going to head into heat race number 1. 8 laps will go up on the timer. 5 to the feature. We'll get underway in a moment's time. If you're just joining us, hello. You've joined at a good time. We're getting to race it now. And well, this heat race, Bernie, is stacked with good drivers.
Yeah, it certainly is, and we'll take you through the field very shortly here. Just waiting for Joel Berkeley to join the grid and Shane Van Gisbergen, and then we will go through the grid so you can see where your favourite driver will be starting here. But I tell you what, don't know how long they've got, but Joel has still not entered the track as yet. I'm sure the pit crew will be working frantically to get him in for this heat, because if he doesn't, he's going to be struggling all the rest of the night here in the Race Merch Midgets, Bailey.
You're not wrong, only 172 points down on the championship. Yes, he's able to make it in as he piles onto the track. Last car we're waiting on looks to be Shane Van Gisbergen.
Yeah, he's just joined. Sorry, he's just joined the server now. Let's go through the grid here, Bailey, and did you want to call them?
That's right. Heat race number 1 is going to get underway. The pace truck pulls off, and Joel Berkeley will start out of P number 1. Bob King out of 2, representing that nice new track star livery for SSR. 3, Gavin Sadler. 4 will be Zachary Phelan. 5, Ryan Harris. Out of 6 will be Mr. Tarmac, Shane Van Gisbergen, with 7 being Michelle Callow. 8 will be Michael Wilson, and rounding out your 9-car field will be Bruce Smith.
So fantastic lineup here, folks. But let's go through Tristo. Who are you going to pick for the first heat here tonight?
Well, guys, this could go any way, and this is the type of lineup you have in a main. Can't go past Bob or SVG, but I'll go for Bob. I think Bob's going to take it.
Fantastic. What about you, Bailey? Who are you calling for this one?
Got a very good pick. I'm going to go for the man on pole position, the number 9 car, Joel Berkeley.
Yeah, I'm going to go for Joel as well. You can see the pace truck is in. We're waiting for the start here. Joel Berkeley, he will have control of this field, and I'll hand it over to you to call the start of this, Bailey.
Pace truck's off. We're waiting to get underway. The 9 car, Bob King's ready to go on the outside there. Green flag racing. These cars are 2 wheels along the back straight. Slide job by Berkeley. 3 wide out of turn number 2. Berkeley on the outside. Look at Bob King though. And look at Gavin Sadler on the inside in the 71 Gavin Sadler racing car. Bob King to the lead though. He will lead back number 1. Shane Van Gisbergen 3 wide. Gavin Sadler, leads lap number 1. Shane Van Gisbergen 3 wide out of turn number 2. Battles with Bob King 4 wide along the back straight.
Yeah, fantastic driving so far. Bob King up on the high line there. Joel Berkeley down low. There's contact. King's over. That's going to end his night as far as Heat 1 goes. Big incident back here. I think Berkeley might have been involved. No, he wasn't. Yes, he was. Berkeley's out. Bob King's out, folks. Gavin Sadler at the moment leads, and then we've got Zachary Phelan second as they all spread out here. Ryan Harris, he's still having a good battle here with Bruce Smith, who started at the back of the field, missed all the carnage, finds himself in 4th. 5th position is Michelle Callow, and Michael Wilson is the last one on the track. So that incident claimed Joel Berkeley, Bob King and Shane Van Gisbergen.
Huge crash for sure. 3 major drivers out, including your championship leader. Gavin Sadler leads over halfway home at the moment. Phelan, Harris, Callow, Smith, your top 5. Michael Wilson now needs to try and make it into the top 5 to make it directly into the A main. Sadler now has got about 5 car links over Phelan. Meanwhile, Harris is about 5 more car links back. It's a bit of a hot lap session at the moment to the green, to the checker flag.
Yeah, at the moment, Gavin Sadler's going to do this pretty easily. It's pretty much now just a practice session for these guys. The only person going to miss out, as you said, was Michael Wilson. I don't think he's got a chance of catching Bruce Smith. Bruce is probably about a quarter of a lap ahead of him. But I tell you what, we'll discuss and unpack this as we come to the end of this heat. But it's big news here for Bob King. As we can see now, Gavin Sadler takes the win. Zachary Phelan second. 3rd, Ryan Harris, closely followed by Michelle Callow. Bruce Smith comes home in 5th. And now I've got lost again. So there you go.
That's right. We'll head through your official results for the top 5. Gavin Sadler, Zachary Phelan, Michelle Callow, Bruce Smith in 4th, Michael Wilson. Rounding out your top 5, Ryan Harris unable to make it, Bob King unable to make it, Berkeley unable to make it, Shane Van Gisbergen also unable to make it. We're going to head through heat race number 2 in a moment's time. So we saw a huge crash happen on lap number 3 of 8. Your championship leader, Bernie, Bob King, out of the race. You'll have to do it for the through the B main now.
Yeah, he's got a really hard road to sow, that's for sure, and it could mean big things for him if he does not get a good run in the next B main race that we'll see him in here. But Tristo, tell you what, that is not the way Bob would have wanted to start tonight.
No, definitely not. Look, they say you have to be quick, but you also have to be consistent. These guys are, and maybe they just got onto it a bit quick. I don't know.
Yeah, it's we'll see how they go. Hopefully Bob can bounce back from that. Pardon the pun. But let's go through the grid for Heat 2 here, folks. Starting from the front here on pole position will be Jock Goodyear. Cameron Dance, he's starting on the outside of row 1. Going down to the second row, Matt McCutcheon, he'll start out of 3rd position with Cameron Dance on the outside of him. As we go back to the 3rd row, we have James Robbie in the 41. He's joined with Matty Reid in the 22 on the outside of him. Final row here, out of the 4th row, we have Braden Bateman and Daniel Vassell in the 97. The driver that did not make the grid here, Bailey, was Peter Honeybell.
Unfortunate for him, just checking to see in pit lane what might have happened. Might be a few issues behind the scenes. He's unable to get access to what's happened down there. 7-car field. Pace truck pulls off. We have to wait for the green flag to see these guys go green. So we'll get underway. TTL Esports lock out front row. It's going to be very interesting to see what these guys have got installed. Get ready to watch them go green. 77.6. We're green flag racing. Dance Goodyear. Too wide along the front straight. Awesome racing. You see Matt McCutcheon on the on the outside with Matty Reid also. The 41 car is also there. Brayton Davison in 6th position looking in. 4 wide off of 4. We stay green. Lap number 1 is led by Jock Goodyear.
As we see Matty Reid go out and into the wall, and he's climbing out of that car, or is he? But the racing continues up front here at the moment. It's Jock Goodyear, Matt McCutcheon having to run in the 42. He's blinking in and out, but his internet looks good so far. James Robbie is sitting in 3rd as we lose another driver. Not sure who that was. It looped in the background.
Just having a look, it was Brayton Davidson. He went round. That's unfortunate for him. We're halfway home, lap 4 of 8. Sorry, mistake. Yep, halfway home, cross sticks. Goodyear Dance battling it out for 1st and 2nd at the moment. Robbie hanging in the 3rd with 4th is Matt McCutcheon. The slide job. Can he make it work? No. Robbie switches back down to the outside of the track. Dance now on the inside of Goodyear. Tries to slide job and can't get it done. They touch a little bit. Goodyear and Dance now. Goodyear, sorry. Leads the race now, still lap number 5 of 8. We come to 3 to the checker flag. Daniel Vassell now. He's in 7th and Matty Reid 6th. Looking in, they don't want to have to do it from the last chance stance. Might be a bit too late.
I'll tell you what, Cameron Dance, he's trying high, he's trying low. He can't find where he can get a faster line than Goodyear, but he's got to watch his back because here comes James Robbie in the number 41. He's closing in. He wants that 2nd spot. 2nd last lap to go here, folks, of Heat 2 so far. Jock Goodyear, Cameron Dance, James Robbie in 3rd as James gets a good run. Then Matt McCutcheon, good drive by him, sitting there in 4th. The last person on the bubble here is Brayton Davison. He should get through to the A main here tonight.
Final lap, half a lap, 2 corners to run. Robbie for the slide job on Dance. Can he get it to work? Oh, photo finish. And it looks like Robbie's got it done on the final turn for 2nd position. Jock Goodyear was able to win heat race number 3.
Yeah, James Robbie took that by 0.02 of a second. That's how close it was out there. But we should quickly go through the results of that, Bailey, while Heat 3 sets up.
No problem. Your guys are going to transfer straight through to the A main tonight. Jock Goodyear started off pole, finished in 1st. James Robbie, Cameron Dance, Matt McCutcheon, and Brayton Davidson. What stellar performance from those guys. Those guys will make it all straight through to the A main. The rest of them will have to go through the B main. We're going to head into heat race number 3. 8 laps back up on the board. And again, an amazing heat race ahead of us.
Yeah, fantastic here, and as we can see them lining up for Heat 3 here, Bailey, did you want to take the viewers through the lineup here, mate?
Sure can. Elf pole tonight for heat race number 3 will be Lachlan Smith. Lewis Hewitt in the 3 car will be out of 2 with Terry Marwood out of 3. Harry Edwards will start on his outside with Brenton Hamilton out of 5. Scott Butler will start out of 6 and RRTV's own Sean O'Hare out of 7. Anthony Bland will round out this 8-car field. Heat race number 3, 1 lap to go. Tristan, who do you think you'll put your money on for this one?
Yeah, it's all right. Yep.
Oh, look, Lewis sitting there in 2nd place. Yeah, look, can't go past.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty full on here, as we can see. The 911 will lead them off here, Bailey. Heat 3, I'm actually going to be going here for Lewis Hewitt, I think. We'll see how he goes. But here we go, folks. Heat 3, 8 laps around here at Charlotte, and we're underway.
Smith on the inside. The young gun is going to try and battle with the big dogs. Hewitt on the outside, gets it done. Now Smith slots back in the second, needs to hold on to it. Harry Edwards is trying the outside line. Looks to be quite fast at the moment. Look on the inside though. Terry Marwood now. He making the inside work. We're single file on the outside. 3 wide a bit further back on in the pack. Sean O'Hara. He's up in 8th position at the moment. Not where he wants to sit at the moment. Look at this. 3 wide out of 4 for the lead. Smith along with Marwood and Hewitt. Hewitt leads it at the moment. Smith still hanging on the inside. Lap 3 of 8. 3 wide along the back straight. They're slotting the 2. Oh, look at Marwood for the slide job on Smith. Gets it done. Needed that to happen perfectly. He did. Now he's going to battle up for Hewitt in the weak cross flag. Halfway home.
Yeah, we saw there Marwood tried the slide job on Lewis Hewitt. He's not quite close enough to make it work. Hewitt now goes to the low line to cover him off. Marwood on the high line here. Here comes Lachlan Smith trying to pay back that slide job. Here he goes. Is it going to work? Yes, it does.
But look on the outside, Marwood's now under threat from Harry Edwards. He needs to stick to the low side, try and get the slide job to happen to stay in that third position. Because look at Gavin Sadler Racing, 93, Brendan Hamilton. He's now trying to battle his way up to 4th position. Look at Sean O'Hare. He's trying to make a position into the top 5. He's unable to get the 6th position over Scott Butler. Still, lap number 7 of 8 to the run now. Look at the battle for 3rd. 3 wide through turn number 2, Bernie.
Yeah, we've got Marwood on the inside, Harry Edwards on the outside. Right below them is Brendan Hamilton. He's trying to work, as we see Edwards up into the wall. This is going to allow Sean O'Hara to close in. Can Sean get into the A-main here? He's going to be trying very hard, but meanwhile, up further we have Marwood and Hamilton trading blows as they go side by side through turn 3, 4 here. But at the moment, Lewis Hewitt is leading comfortably over Lachlan Smith as we come to the line.
Checkered flag flies. Hewitt will win heat race number 3. Smith home in 2nd. Terry Marwood 3rd. Brendan Hamilton will come home in 4th. Harry Edwards securing that 5th and final transfer spot. Scott Butler in 6th. Sean O'Hare in 7th and 8th. Anthony Bland will round out heat race number 3. Bernie, it was a crack. A lot of slide jobs happened there. So the low line and the top line are starting to come in now. And the slick line is starting to form through turn 1 and 4.
As we can see now, folks, the B main is about to start here as the sun is starting to set over Charlotte. That can only mean one thing. That is the WP concreting sprint cars will be coming out after the next couple of races. But it's all about the race merch midgets here. And I tell you what, Bailey, Bob has a lot of pressure on his shoulders now.
Not only does Bob have a lot of pressure on his shoulders, Sean O'Hare also, he's in this one. We'll head through your grid in a moment's time. Sit tight. The pace truck will pull away. Out of P number 1 will be the 51 of Bob King. Matty Reid in the 22 will be out of 2. 3 will be Scott Butler. 4 will be Mr. Joel Berkeley. 5 will be Daniel Vassell. 6 Sean O'Hare. 7 will be Mr. Tarback, Shade Van Gisbert. 8 will be Peter Hutter. Ballot out. Ready at your 9-car field. Excuse me, will be Anthony Bland.
Yeah, so great line up here, I tell you what, and we'll see how the guys go. Now, I wonder, Bailey, before they get going here, what the points ramifications will be if Bob cannot make the final. Is he safe home?
Well, 64 points lead between him and Sadler. It might be very troubling for him if he's unable to get to the A-main. It'll almost pass Sadler. As you know, points are very crucial at this point. We're on night number 12 of 12. 1 lap till we send them green. Look at this. Berkeley's in here. Berkeley's in this one. Butler's in this one. Vassell's in this one. Reed's in this one. Huge names involved. We're going to the last chance dance. The B main. We'll get them underway in a moment's time. Look out for the track star, number 51, along with the 9 car, the orange and white TTL Esports. We're green. Bob King gets the run, but look on the outside, Matty Reid.
Yeah, Matty tried that high line. Bob does the slide job. Matty comes back. Bob all of a sudden finds himself defending for second position here. Down low there we have Scott Butler, Joel Berkeley right behind him as they go too wide. You can see Daniel Vassell also wanting to get a piece of this action, but at the moment it is Matty Reid. Here comes Bob King on the inside. What can he do here, Bailey?
We'll find out and see. Currently on the inside, doesn't look like the quickest way around the track at the moment. Matty Reid saying hello and welcome to my fuel tank, because look at Joel Berkeley try the two pass in one corner. Very close together. They got not get together like the first heat race. Matty Reid gets a bit slid up there, but King on the outside. They're too wide in turn. That number one, Berkeley, King to the outside, Reid to the inside, doesn't go for the slide job. Berkeley slows down a little bit. We're still too wide along the back straight, almost three wide at turn number 3. We go 3 wide. You need 5 people will transfer. They've got to stick it. Look at the outside line. It's coming in slowly. King's up there at the moment. Berkeley on the inside gets past Reid. Vassell in 4th.
Yeah, it's trading blows. Bob King knows that high line works. That's what he's stuck with. That's where he's got that gap now. Joel Berkeley is sitting in 2nd. 3rd is Matty King, but here comes Shane Van Gisbergen straight up on the inside of Daniel Vassell there, and Daniel goes back on the low side, but keeping an eye on Van Gisbergen. Very exciting driver. You know him on tarmac. He pretty much races anything he can get his hands on. But at the moment, Bob King is breathing a sigh of relief.
Ooh.
Just over halfway here with Joel Berkeley hunting him down. Then Matty Reid and Van Gisbergen 4th.
Vassell got together. He dropped back to 7th position. It looked together like he got together with the back of Matty Reid. That will hurt him. Sean O'Hare now puts in the 6th position. Can he get into the last race, the A main, as he looks to be a bit too far out of the 5 at the moment? But well, there's 3 laps to run. Your still leader is Bob King, Berkeley, Matty Reid, Shane Van Gisbergen, then 5th place is Scott Butler.
Yeah, it's getting interesting here as Bob King, Joel Berkeley are duking it out now. And in the back of Bob's mind is he does not want to get tangled up here. He just wants to get through to that A main and continue on with the push. But at the moment, Joel Berkeley is hunting him down on the high line here. You can see that high line. Once again, Bailey is coming in strong as Berkeley goes over into the wall, and that is the fine line. That is going to bring Sean O'Hara up into 5th position, and he will get bragging rights if he finishes there, Bailey.
Well, we won't put the commentator's curse on him. He's still got 1 lap to run. Bob King now leads your last chance stands with 2 corners to go. Will he be able to hang on right up on the wall? You can see him working the cushion. He wins the last chance stands, the consolation.
Yeah, home in 2nd was Matty Reid. Shane Van Gisbergen 3rd, Scott Butler 4th, 5th, Sean O'Hara 6th, Anthony Bland, Joe Berkeley did not finish, Daniel Vassell 7th, 8th, Berkeley 9th was Peter Honeybell, who retired from that race.
Wow, oh wow. Very, very interesting being made. Berkeley goes upside down turn 1, lap number 10.
That's how
it allows
quickly,
RRTV's own Sean O'Hare to slot in.
Yeah, and tell you what, that's how quickly things can change here for poor Joel Berkeley. And he tried using that cushion, but it's such a fine line. And you just saw there, folks, how he tripped up and over he went. And we won't see any more of him this evening. But Bob King can definitely breathe a sigh of relief. He's still got a lot of work to do, and because Sadler's going to be starting out of 7th. And where is Bob King's down in 17th position?
That's going to hurt the championship points a lot, because look who is on pole. Mr. 71, Mr. Consistent, Gavin Sadler. We'll get underway through grid in a moment's time. The pace truck will pull away in just a second. Just getting the telemetry up again, because it's playing a little bit of funny buggers on me at the moment. Here we go. So, starting off P number 1 will be number 71, Gavin Sadler. 2, Jock Goodyear. 3 will be Lewis Hewitt, and 4 will be Zachary Phelan. 5 will be James Robbie. 6th will be Lachlan Smith. 7th will be Michelle Callow. 8th will be Cameron Dance with Terry Marwood out of 9. Bruce Smith will round out your top 10. Matt McCutcheon out of 11. 12 will be Brendan Hamilton. 13th will be Michael Wilson. 14th, Brayton Davidson. 16th, Harry Edwards. 17th will be Bob King, Matty Reid, Shane Van Gisborne, Scott Butler, and RRTV's own Sean O'Hare out of 20.
And if you're wondering, folks, what we meant by bragging rights, well, he just had to get to the A-main, didn't he? He's outperformed you there, Bailey.
Not something I want to admit. Well, he's done it. So we're going to get underway in a moment's time. We've got half a lap of pacing to go. We find out your championship winner. Well, we're going to have to wait a little bit later because it's going to be very controversial. Bob King starting in 17th, Gavin Sadler in first. Wait for the green flag. We're green. Jock Good on the outside gets a way better run than Sadler to the inside. Would you see outside 3 wide a bit further back? We go 4 wide further back between Robbie and I can see or Matty Reid involved. We stay green. 5 wide into turn 3. They keep it green. So it looks like it's staying nice and clean at the moment. Look at Hewitt though, he's working the outside with Goodyear TL Esports teammates, making it work. Sadler on the inside, berm gets together, this could be interesting, he keeps it clean, 4 wide off of turn number 4. Smith, yellow flag comes out.
Yeah, I'm just having a look back here to find out exactly how that was caused. I'm wondering if Harry Edwards was involved in that, Bailey.
Yeah, having a quick look back at the replay for you guys.
Yeah, we're going to go.
Like,
sorry, mate.
Looks like Scott Butler was involved. Well, it's a car round. Just getting a number.
Yeah, we're going to focus here on Scott Butler and keep an eye on the 94 here, folks.
2 separate incidents. 46 got round into 23. That was the first incident. Then the 93 car of Brendan Hamilton went round. He got together with a Nation car, which was a 67 of Brayton Davidson. That ends their night.
Yeah, I think that yellow was brought out because the 94 got into, I thought it was a 91, but I'm wrong there, folks. But that is what I think brought it out first. But a bit of a messy start here. Of course, this is what Bob wants, isn't it? He wants to stay out of trouble. These yellows are his friend because it'll allow him to climb up through the field. Already he is up to 11th position. Gavin is down to 3rd. So that margin of points is slowly closing. We're only got 24 laps to know who's going to be crowned the champion of the Race Merch Midgets.
Get underway in a moment's time. Pace truck, well, he speeds up, puts the gas on the pedal, and pulls off track. Goodyear, Hewitt, Sadler, Phelan, Robbie Smith, your top 6. Dan's looking into that 6. Goodyear gets away. Beautiful start. Hewitt on the outside, Sadler to the inside. Will he make it work? Look at Phelan trying to make it work on the outside of Sadler. 2 wide out of turn number 2.
Yeah, that low line's just not working for Sadler. We saw him bogged down before as he tries that slide job. He's around, and this is going to bring out the yellow, and this is going to end Gavin Sadler's bid for the championship as the pace truck comes back out once again. We see Sadler on the side just under the start-finish line, and he's done.
Very, very controversial. He pulls it into pit lane, into the transporter. There'll be a bit of anger there for sure. Having a look back at the points though, Bertie. Now James Robbie looks to be the man in top.
Yeah, so basically what's brought that that yellow out was Phelan got into Sadler there after he bogged down, turned him, and the rest of the field, well, they really had nowhere to go, and they've finished the job there. But as you said, that's going to bring James Robbie into the play, although he is a total of 82 points behind Bob King. As we line back up, let's go back to the main here. So having a look at that, James Robbie sitting in 7th, Bob King 10th. So I think Bailey, if Bob finishes this race, 20 laps to go, I think he's going to be fairly comfortable. All he's got to do is get 6 or better at the moment and make sure he does not crash out. If he does, James Robbie could be the man.
You're not wrong. Phelan slotting back into his position, 3rd position. Pace trucks in. We go green this time by lap number 10 of 30. Goodyear goes early, turn number 3. Hewitt follows, not good enough though. Look at the number 3 car of Hewitt. Look at Smith trying to battle with Phelan at the moment, along with Cameron Dance, Matt McCutcheon, James Robbie, Terry Marlin, Bruce Smith, and Bob King. Rounding out your top 10.
Yes, as we come through on lap 11 here, Jock Goodyear is leading very comfortably from Hewitt, and then we've got Phelan. Now the battle's starting with Smith. McCutcheon's involved as they go too wide, and that was McCutcheon trying to thread the needle. He got away with that, Bailey, but that could have been messy as all heck.
You're not wrong at all. Bob King now up in the 8th position. What can he get this car on the outside to do? Can he make the outside work?
And look who's right in front of him. That's James Robbie. That is the person that's second in the championship at the moment. As James Robbie checks up there, Bob King comes through, takes that position quite easily. He's up to 7th. Can James come back on him? It was interesting there. James got a bit balked by Dance in front of him. We're up front further at the moment. Matt McCutcheon finds himself up in the 3rd position using that high line over Zachary Phelan. Great move there by Matt McCutcheon.
Around the outside of Lachlan Smith also. He'll slot back in the 5th position. Outside line, starting to see where the fast track is at the moment. Look at McCutcheon. He's got that right rear gliding along the outside, trying to just scrape back the wheel 1 lap at a time. Wouldn't be helping him at all. Now you can see Phelan and Smith getting together, keep it green. Look at Dan, 3 wide out of turn number 4. With the battle for 4th. Look at who's getting involved now. Bob King in 7th position is hanging in there with those guys. He might try to get the outside to work.
So we see Matt McCutcheon do the slide job there on Hewitt. He pulls it off. Hewitt back on the inside here. Lap 18 as they go side by side. And Lewis Hewitt into the wall he goes and over. That was, who was that?
Lachlan Smith goes upside down. Lewis Hewitt also upside down. Emergency crews race over to them. Yellow comes out.
I'm just trying to get the camera onto Smith here.
We're going to replay your screen in a moment's time.
Here we go. I think I've almost found them. He's in the pits. So let's go back to this replay here, folks, so you can see exactly how this unfolded. Keep an eye on the man on your screen, the 911. You almost needed to call it. And he got into Hewitt as Hewitt checked up, and both of those drivers find themselves on the lid. Safety crews that did get them out, they're fine. Of course, it's a simulation here, thankfully. But the drivers that have retired out of our A main, Lachlan Smith, we've lost the number 3, Lewis Hewitt. Jackson Callow in the 46 has also retired. Sean O'Hara, he did not make it, and he's out. Gavin Sadler as well. And our first retiree was Scott Butler. But Jock Goodyear, he's going to lead them away. We have 10 laps to go. Bob King's up to 4th position, and I tell you what, he will be thinking about Heat 1. Well, he won't be, but he'll be thinking about what happened in Heat 1, and he won't want to have any contact with anyone for the next 9 laps so he can secure this championship.
Not wrong at all. The 51 car of Bob King, 4th position. James Robbie is in 5th position. Look at Goodyear, he'll go early. McCutcheon's on the ready. Dance followed all the way back in turn number 3. There goes Goodyear, 2 wide off the corner. McCutcheon and Dance to the inside. Can he make a slide jump? No, he can't. Sits in 3rd position. Now, Bob King tries to get a run off the turn number 2 as he gets a nice run around into turn number 3. Tries to try the middle line. McCutcheon gets a slide job on Goodyear. Goodyear switches back. McCutcheon to the slide job again. Can't throw it hard enough as Goodyear goes around the outside now. Dan still in 3rd position. Here comes Bob King. Oh! King rides the fuel tank. We're yellow. Lap number 24 of 30. Cars upside down, a bit further down. Involved, Mr. Tarmac, Shane Van Gisbergen.
As we bring the replay up here, we can see he's having a slide, trying a slide job on the number 10. That number 10 is Terry Marwood. And we'll just see if they're going to have a coming together here. Does another slide job. Marwood up into Shane Van Gisbergen, then Phelan, and that is the end of Shane's run here tonight.
Very unfortunate way to end his night. That pace truck was quick out on the track.
Well, I don't think the pace truck's even having a chance to stop at the moment.
He's leading you quite a fair bit. Wide to his centre of green, 1.5 laps. Lap 25 and 30 will centre of green on lap number 27.
Yeah, so your top 5 here, folks. Jock Goodyear will lead them away. Keep an eye on Matt McCutcheon in second, Cameron Dance third, Bob King fourth, James Robbie. That is your top 5.
1 to green. We'll send them green on lap number 27. If you're just joining us, you've joined at a great time. We'll look out for the 51 bright yellow number, the blue livery track star SSR car Bob King. He's battling for the championship winner.
Yeah, so
Good year though, the TTL Esports 77. Oh, we're going green next time by my mistake.
Yeah, so Jock Goodyear's going to lead them away here, folks. Bob King fourth. He's leading James Robbie behind him. Bob has to either finish this race or James and him crash out and Bob will get it. So it's all looking good for Bob, but I'm not going to say that because whenever I do, it's the curse time. We don't want that. So Bailey, I'll let you call the action.
Get underway in a moment's time. Pace truck pulls off this time by. I've got it right. Here we go, the 77 car of Goodyear, McCutcheon, Dance, King, Robbie, your top 5. Goodyear goes early, McCutcheon goes with him on the inside. Dance trying to hang it on there at the moment. King is under threat from Robbie on the inside, doesn't get the slide job. King's round! King goes round, the yellow comes out. Huge, huge, huge for King.
Bob's desperate to get this car running. He's got it running. Once again, he's not going to be happy with that at all. But let's have a look at that replay. Looks like Cameron Dance checked up in front of him and King had nowhere to go. But have a look at this. Keep an eye on Cameron Dance just ahead of him here. As we go to the wide shot, you can see Cameron just gets it sideways. King had nowhere to go. King's got a lot of damage because Phelan also got into the side of him. Big question mark, can King get this car home? He's still circulating up the back here. He's probably not sure what sort of car he's got. Back here in 12th position, and James Robbie, he finds himself in 3rd position. Looking at that points gap with only, we're on the final lap now, he had to get, how many points? 82 points, I think it was.
92 points to be
92.
correct, Bernie.
So can he do it, Bailey? Has he got enough? King's
That's
back
the
here
question.
in 12th.
Robbie in 3rd, King in 12th. We're going to checkered flag drop on the pacing lap. Not how we want to finish an A main, Bernie, but that's how it's going to happen. McCutcheon was able to get it done over Goodyear in the final moments of that race.
So do we know the points breakdown for 3rd? That's all we really need to know.
We're going to try and get involved with the series organisers in a moment, see if we can get an answer to what has happened.
So you're saying you don't have it? That's what I was asking you. That's all
Yeah,
right.
not at the moment.
Okay, so we're waiting, folks, to see if the race organisers, which is Gavin Sadler, if he can let us know on who has taken this out. It's going to be close. I have a feeling King's got it myself, but we'll wait and see exactly how it's unfolded here very shortly, hopefully, folks. What a way to finish the Race Merch Midgets.
What a way to finish in. Matt McCutcheon drove an excellent car all the way to the finish and was able to win it.
Yeah, so the full results here, folks. Matt McCutcheon takes the win over Jock Goodyear in second. Third, James Robbie. Fourth, Cameron Dance. Terry Marwood comes home in fifth. Sixth was Brendan Hamilton. Then we've got Zachary Phelan coming home in seventh. Eighth, Brayton Davison. Ninth, Bruce Smith. 10th, Matt Reed. 11th, Harry Edwards. Bob King comes home in 12th. Now we're in our retirements. Jackson Callow home in 13th, Shane Van Gisbergen 14th, Michael Wilson 15th, 16th was Lewis Hewitt, 17th Lachlan Smith, 18th Sean O'Hara, 19th was Scott Butler, and Gavin Sadler was classified in 20th.
Well, Bernie, I've got confirmation on the points and where first to 30th get their points. James Robbie, for winning coming home in third, will get 144 points. 12th gets 126 points. So, well, having a look at the points breakdown, that's only, 18 points?
Yep, so it's going to go to Bob
Might
King.
not be enough.
Bob King will take it. He had an 92-point lead. He's got it comfortably, I'd say.
Well, this series, organisers will get behind the paperwork and figure that one out. They've got to add in the 2 drop rounds to see, well, where the points will happen. They will all change. You can check out the final results of the race merch midgets over at facebook.com/RRTV live. We'll post all the final results over there later on.
I'm still going to say Bob King's taken it.
You're not going to give up on that one, Bernie. Meanwhile, we'll get in some interviews, it looks like, in the green room at the moment, down in pit lane. We've got James Robbie, who, well, come home in third. Get him over for a chat.
All right, you can go with that while I have a look for the servers.
There we go. Hello, James. Congratulations on third place tonight. Not how we wanted to finish the race under yellow, but, well, it helped you for the championship points.
Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, it was pretty interesting with Joel not getting through to the A main. I think that made a big difference. And then Gav dropping out early too was unfortunate because it would have been good to race. But it was certainly interesting racing 3 and 4 wide. It was good.
Not wrong at all. Gavin Sadler also dropping out very early on in that race didn't help you at all. How'd your race go? You look to be getting involved in a couple of incidents there, able to keep it clean, the car clean. How did it steer after a couple of the incidents?
Car felt good. I was sort of just trying to get to the end, to be honest. I knew that it was just a matter of finishing and not getting a DNF. So the car felt really good and dropped back a little bit through the start of the race, which got me a little bit scared, but just managed to try and keep it low and keep it clean for the second half of the race.
Well, you were able to hold off a few of the guys. King got by you at one point. You were able to get back by him. What did you find the traffic with 4 to 5 wide at the time? Was it a little bit dicey, up on the inside, in the middle, or where was your favourite spot around on the track?
I think the favourite place was the safest, and I think it was down low because no one could come up into you. It was quite a tacky track, which was good, and obviously we got 3 and 4 wide and got pretty dicey, but it's a good wide track and it makes for good racing. But yeah, definitely low line still was pretty hooked up towards the end there.
Well, last week you come home with a 4th place finish, now a 3rd. Next season we hopefully come back and get a 1st place finish.
Yeah, it's always the goal, but I think it shows how competitive this series is when you've got 30 cars that could be in the A main, which makes it hard.
Well, congratulations on 3rd place tonight. Before we let you go, have you got any sponsors you'd like to thank?
Yeah, just a massive thanks to the boys at Gavin Sadler Racing, GSR. Without them, it would be a lot harder to do it. So really appreciate all the input from them. And yeah, just thanks to you guys for the broadcast and Gav for running the series.
Thank you very much, James. We appreciate all the support here at RRTV, the team behind the scenes. We love it. And, well, we'll hopefully be able to see you back at the 410 Sprint Cars. Otherwise, have a good off-season. We'll see you back next season.
Cheers. Thank you very much.
Bernie, that was 3rd place finisher, James Robbie.
Yeah, I'm thinking let's bring Matt McCutcheon up and then we'll end the interviews with Bob King.
Well, you're hearing first your winner for night number 12, the Race Merchant Midgets, Matt McCutcheon. Welcome to the RRTV broadcast booth, Matt. What a race.
Yeah, no, it was a pretty awesome race. Track was pretty gripped up all night long. There was heaps of grip out there. It was a really good race. Having to start off 13th and work our way up, which definitely made it interesting.
Yeah, very interesting, sure, starting out of 11th there, sorry. You were able to push your way through the field, it seemed through the yellows, you crept your way up through each start, then for a couple of starts you kind of paused in position. That final slide job though on Jock Goodyear, it was amazing to watch.
Yeah, cheers. It was pretty close. I felt a little tense, so I think we got pretty close there, but it was an awesome race all night long.
Awesome racing, and Noel, your race ended in a spectacular way. Some others didn't. How did you find the track going along the race? It seemed to spread out to the top side over the night, come the dominant side. Earlier on in the night, what was the inside like?
The inside was pretty good as well, but it was pretty close to start with. Both bottom and top were really gripped up, so it definitely made it interesting.
Slide jobs got thrown quite a fair bit in that final race there. Did you feel like you were going to cop one at one point?
Yeah, I definitely felt like I was. I had a couple of slide jobs, but luckily it didn't affect us too much.
Well, congratulations, Matt, on the win. You've done a spectacular job tonight, taking home your second win for the series. And before we let you go, have you got any sponsors you'd like to thank?
Yeah, we'd love to thank Speed Nation, all the guys from NZ, Harry, Braden, Peter, and all the guys that came out tonight. It was really fun racing.
Well, congratulations, Matt. You just heard from your winner for the Race Merch Midgets, night number 12, the dirt track of Charlotte. And before we head over to the WP Concrete 410 World of Outlaw Sprint Cars, we're going to hear from, well, the series points leader heading into round number 12, Mr. Bob King, in the 51 SSR car. We'll just get him on mic and we'll see how we go. There we go. We've got him on channel. Bob, not the way you wanted to end your night tonight.
Nah, definitely not, guys. Fortunately, you can't control all the races, but it still had some pretty good speed. But yeah, definitely not the way we wanted to end the series.
The night looked to be very dark earlier on in that heat race when you got together with Berkeley, Shane Van Gisbergen and other names. What do you think from earlier on in the night? Did you think more this might be it, or are we going to keep charging back?
I mean, it was all right. I mean, you can't control every race, and people make mistakes, and we just got to put our head down and move on. Hopefully, we can. I think we've wrapped up the midget championship now, but look forward and see if we can get the top in the sprint cars as well.
That's right. Well, the points are still to be verified by Mr. Gavin Sadler and the ASL team. The track seemed to be working brilliantly for you tonight on the outside. The track was just gripping up on the inside also. How did you find it?
Yeah, there was a lot of grip down low, and that tends to bring all the cars a lot closer together. So obviously there's a few more incidents, but I think I had a car I could move around the track quite well. If we had a decent green flag run, I think I could have won the main pretty comfortably. But yeah, we'll move on.
Well, I see you repping a new livery from last time I broadcasted the SSR car. Before we let you go, would you like to thank any sponsors?
Yeah, the guys at Synergy Sim Racing and Trackstar Raceway, the Speedway shop. Yeah, and obviously RRTV for broadcasting and ASL for all their hard work in the series.
Well, thank you very much, Bob, for joining the series, and congratulations on your result in the series. 12th place finisher tonight, Bob King of the 51 SSR car. Bertie, well, that wraps up the Race Merch Midgets for the season. 12 nights have been done, and we'll head into the WP Concrete 410 World of Outlaw Sprint Cars in just a moment's time.
Yeah, definitely. And folks, just like Speedway, go and grab a meat pie. Oh man, I'm hungry now. Let's go to a break. We'll be back shortly with the sprint cars.
finish here of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Will it be Tim Hogan? It's going to be Christopher DeMerry at the line.
Hi there, folks. Welcome back to RRTV's live coverage of the ASL Speedway Championships, coming to you live from Charlotte. Well, the sun's down. That can only mean one thing. WP Concreting, World of Outlaws. You can see the sprint car 410s out there on the circuit at the moment. They have 3 minutes and 50 seconds of practice left here, Bailey. And I guess we should go over how this is going to run tonight.
I mean, absolute cracker, 410, 900 horsepowers and a big wing on top. We're going to go through your event details. We're out for hot laps at the moment with about 4.5 minutes remaining. We'll head into qualify, 3 laps, 5 minutes. Then we'll head into our heat races. All 3 heat races will consist of 8 laps with 5 people transferring directly into the feature. And if you missed it, the last chance there to be made, 12 laps, 5 transferring the feature to make up a 20-car feature, 30 laps on the board. And it will be an absolute cracker. Can't wait to see the fireworks tonight, Bertie. And, well, the speed under the hoods.
Yeah, definitely. We can see Bob King out there in the sprint car now, warming up. But let's have a look at the points as they come in to the final round here for the Sprint Car Championship. Joel Berkeley, he leads on 1,390 points. Second, Gavin Sadler on 1,302 points. Bob King sitting there in third on 1,268 points. Fourth is James Robbie on 1,180 points. Fifth, Jock Goodyear on 1,116 points. Sixth is John Schultz on 1,098 points. Aaron Kelly sits in seventh on 1,024 points, with Marcus Knitska in eighth on 990 points. Zachary Phelan finds himself in ninth on 936 points, and rounding out your top 10 placeholders is Ryan E.B. Harris on 896 points.
Very close championship fight. We'll see who's able to make it work at the end. Bob King in the 51 SSR car and Joel Berkeley in the number 9 TTL Esports car. This track will be top-sided heavy for sure, Bernie. You'll see a lot of quick cars around the outside of the slide, Joel sitting on the inside.
Yeah, well, we've seen it all day, haven't we, that top line is the line to go for. But of course now, folks, it's night time. The track will have changed a bit. The track temps dropped down at 25 degrees at the moment. Nice and cool for the sprint cars, just the way they like it. But I'm just having a look at the practice at the moment. The fastest out there at the moment is Joel Berkeley. He's letting them know he wants his championship early. And then I'll just see where Gavin Sadler is. He's down 25th fastest in practice. A lot of work to do for him. Bob King, Bob's second quickest in practice at the moment in the 51. He's still out there dialing that car in. And then we've got James Robbie and Jock Goodyear. I'm looking for James, 27th at the moment, and Jock Goodyear is our 7th quickest. So all over the place in practice, but qualifying will start in 44 seconds, and that's when they start getting their race face on, Bailey.
Not wrong. The final laps will get done. See what line they're going to run for qualifying. It'll make it very interesting. See a slick line starting to form in the middle of each quarter. But making it very tricky, the final line. Will they run the top, try to get a bit of momentum happening, or will they run the bottom? Where the shortest way around the track is, it's going to, only time will tell. If you've just joined us, hello and welcome to the WP Concrete 410 Sprint Cars. You've joined at an absolute cracker of a time. The night number 12 for these cars, and the final night to see who will come out crowned victorious for the series.
Good to see there, Joel Berkeley just trying to work out if that high line's going to be coming in for him. At the moment it doesn't appear to be, as he got sucked straight into that fence. And here we go, folks. Qualifying will be starting straight away, and we'll see who's the first car to come out on the circuit. Of course, they're all going to come out pretty quickly. Looks like Jackson Callow, Anthony Bland and Scott Butler have all come out, as well as Matty Reid is just come out on track as well, Bailey.
You're not wrong. We'll see who will be able to get out on track and set the quickest time for qualifying.
So just having a look now, they're all coming out. We can see Gavin Sadler is also just coming out on track at the moment. But let's keep an eye on Matthew Reid, or Matty Reid, and see what he can put out there.
Number 20 car, Anthony Bland to the top of the tyre charts at the moment. Marcus Kaniska steals that quick. Matty Reid around, not where he wants to be in the wall. Daniel Vassell goes quick time. 13.619. The 97 car gets beaten by 77. Quick time, Jock Goodyear. 13.339. Can we see someone break into the 12-second bracket? If it's going to be anyone, it'll be Mr. Bob King. No. 13.425, Butler goes quicker than him. 13.340, Birdie.
Yeah, I'm just having a look at where Joel Berkeley is at the moment. I don't think he has come out on track. He's letting them set the times, as we see now. Jock Goodyear go over. So your top 5 at the moment: Lewis Hewitt, Jock Goodyear, as well. Now Lachlan Smith's jumped in. Gavin Sadler's jumped into 3rd. Jock Goodyear's down to 5th because here comes Lewis Hewitt straight into 2nd position.
Yeah, Bob King goes quicker, 13.247. But keep an eye on the screen. Joel Berkeley out on track now. He'll have 3 laps to see if he can defend that first position. He's won 6 of the 11 races so far. Bob King's got 4. Can he win it? Here we go. Lap number 1 on the boards. Berkeley arrived. Number 1 and 2. Not as smooth as he would have liked it to be. 3 and 4 needs to be smoother. The car looks like it's going to turn underneath him. Out of turn 1. First lap. He goes second quick. Daniel Galmi time. Went quick time. 13.199.
So So see now if Berkeley can match that time in the second one. He's just got to get 0.003 of a second, and he's got provisional best time here on qualifying as he comes through now. What's he do? Does he improve? No, he does not. Look at that gap, 0.003 of a second between Daniel Gow and Joel Berkeley.
A nut on the wheel is the difference, and that will end Berkeley's qualifying. He will not be able to finish lap number 3. Daniel Gow goes quick time. As we've got one car to qualify. That will be Dale Jordison, who's not in the server. And that will look like that will end qualifying now.
Yeah, and speaking of the nut on the wheel, Sean O'Hara, he's qualified 19th.
Very quick, top 20 for him, RRTV's own.
Yeah, so looking at your top 10 at the moment, folks. Daniel Gow, he takes the fastest time here in qualifying. Joel Berkeley second, Bob King third, Lewis Hewitt fourth, fifth, Lachlan Smith, Gavin Sadler sixth, Jock Goodyear seventh, eighth, Scott Butler ninth, Ryan Harris. Rounding out your top 10 qualifiers is Zachary Phelan.
Wow, oh wow, qualifying was quick. Unable to see anyone to get into the 12 bracket, but Daniel Gow though, Bertie. How quick was that?
Oh, it was awesome quick, wasn't it? And Joel just missed out by the skin of his teeth, but I tell you what, he's got his race face on. He's the only one out there at the moment while qualifying comes to an end, putting in some fast laps. He's looking at that high line. He's seeing if he can make that work, and I would expect him to go straight to that, because basically that high line's been where the racing or the fast laps have come from all day. But the question is, Bailey, could the track change that much that it would affect that line tonight?
Well, if they burn out the outside line too quick, it could go to a very, very slicked off track, but low temperatures might help that. Meanwhile, 15 seconds left. We'll head into heat race number 1, Bernie. And meanwhile, I don't know if we exactly went through, but the track temp has gone down to 26, and we're partly cloudy, 26 in the night weather. And well, no wind here in USA Concord.
Yes, there we go, folks. Qualifying has come to an end here. We are getting down to business here tonight. And heat number 1, Daniel Gow, he's going to lead them off in the first position as we wait for them to grid up, and we'll take you through the full field.
Look at the nice and shiny pace truck. They've given that thing a wash between the races, it looks like. Bertie, it's nice and shiny.
Yeah, it looks like they've given it a bit of a hose down. It could be a new truck though, because the other one put in a lot of kilometres today, so they might have scored themselves a new one. But going through the starting grid here tonight, folks, Daniel Gow, he'll start from first. Lewis Hewitt on the outside of him in the number 3. Going back to the second row is Jock Goodyear. Then we have Zachary Phelan in the number 49. As we go back to the third row, we have Kyle Stevens in the 422. John Schultz in the 78 will start on the outside of him. As we go back now to the fourth row, we have the 024. That is Sean O'Hara. He's joined on the grid by Maddie Reid in the number 20. And then going back to the last row here, the 500, George Fullerton will start on the inside, and on the outside of him is Aaron Kelly. He's in the number 7.
2 TTL cars will take away this field. And SSR off pole, TTL, SSR, we've got all sorts of drivers throughout the field. SRL, this will be interesting. 1 to green, we're going to send them green for 8 laps. No cautions, with 5 transferring to the feature. A truck pulls in for the first time of the night. Gow, Hewitt, Goodyear, Phelan, Stevens, Schultz. Let's get it underway. Green flag's about to drop. Gow's away. Hewitt on the outside gets a way better jump. He'll get the outside run too. That's where you want to be. Off on the outside. Matty Reid also. Oh! Together. Hewitt and Gow. They keep it green. Goodyear in the third. He'll go on the outside. Phelan up there also. Matty Reid He's got himself up to 5th position in the transfer spot, but look out for John Schultz on the outside. Lap number 1. Hewitt takes it in the book. Goodyear now 3rd. Gow 2nd. Gow to the inside of Hewitt for the slide job. Can't get it to work. He'll try and box himself side by side. He can't do that. They'll swap single file on the outside.
Meanwhile, we saw Matt Reed there get into George Fullerton. They've dropped all the way back to 9th and 10th, but saw Lewis Hewitt out front, Daniel Gow 2nd, 3rd. Jock Goodyear struggling a little bit out there. He's now starting to get his pace back, but Zachary Phelan chasing him down in 4th. 5th is John Schultz. Sean O'Hara 6th. He needs one more to go through as he is now trying to get that to run. But who was that? Kyle Stevens. Over he goes and out. So does George Fullerton.
Matty Reid, meanwhile, has put himself in pit lane, chucked it in the trailer for the moment time, trying to get that car fixed up. Lewis Hewitt leads up his lap 6 of 8, 3 to run, as he's got 2.5 laps to go. He's coming up on lap traffic. That will be the 500 car. George Fullerton, nice purple livery. Nice and clean pass. Two to the checker. Oh, Fullerton upside down, hits an inside tyre.
Yeah, that's the second time Fullerton's gone over. And tell you what, look who's in the transfer round here in 5th position.
Sean O'Hare has got himself in the 5th position. RRTV's own almost got into George Fullerton there. He was quickly able to get a toe off the track. And that will be checkered flag. Lewis Hewitt comes home with the heat race win. Jock Goodyear, Daniel Gow, Zachary Phelan. Ooh, hold on one moment. Goodyear gets the 2nd. Passes at the line by no other than 500ths of a second. We'll go through your results very quickly. Top 5 transferring into the main. Hewitt, Jock Goodyear, Daniel Gow, Zachary Phelan, and RRTV's own Sean O'Hare.
So the racing's been fast and furious. Coming into Heat 2 here now, folks. And we'll go through the grid very shortly. We're just waiting for Jackson Callow to join the grid. And then, Bailey, you can take us through.
Heat 2 is full of big names again. We're waiting for one car. Jackson Callow, there it is. Oh! Geez, a little bit of roughage happening on the dummy grid at the moment.
Yeah, there was a 36 getting into the back of the 23 and Scott Butler. But let's go through the grid here, Bailey.
Number 9 car, Joel Berkeley will take it off pole. 911 car of Lachlan Smith out of 2. Out of 3 will be Scott Butler, with 4 being the 97 of Daniel Vassell. 36 car of Mitchell Gee will start out of 5 with the 55 of Marcus Knitska out of 6. Zach Masters and Anthony Bland will make up your 4th row. And Mitchell Wiley and Jackson Callow will round out your 10-car field. Heat race number 2 brought to you by WP Concreting.
Yeah, and Mitchell Gee, he is our spotlight driver here tonight, folks. Little bit of a backstory here. He's a current reigning Queensland Sprint Car Championship in the real world, and he is backed by Titan Garages and Carports, ARD, Torco, Bissell's Paint and Panel, Oven U, Dave of All Trades, GP Race Gear, Adidas Motorsport as the pace car comes in. Tell you what, Bailey, he's only 20 years old, but he is the Queensland Sprint Car Championship champion.
Lot of experience under the belt for him. Berkeley Smith, the front row, Butler and Vassell, the second row. Wear green flag racing. Nice and clean start so far. Slide up the second will be Butler, Vassell, 3 wide. Oh, big one. Gee and Butler get together. Butler still able to continue on. Gee, also Kaniska up in the 4th position at the moment. Smith has got the win so far. Lap number 1 is by Smith at the moment by a hamstring. Berkeley goes to the slide job, gets it done. Smith crisscrosses back. He's going to go for a slide job. Berkeley to the inside now. And we're crisscrossing lap number 2. Berkeley gets it by handline again.
As we can see now, the 36, that's Mitchell Gee, tried the slide job there in the 23. No go Joe, and they continue on. But Lachlan Smith, Joel Berkeley up front, continue to trade paint here as Scott Butler is also trying to get through. Here comes the 57, that's Anthony Bland. as he's coming on the inside of the 23 now. See if he can make that stick as Lachlan once again does a slide job. Once again, Berkeley down on the inside, and here comes a 57.
Not wrong at all. Here comes Smith. Oh, the inside, outside wall. Mitchell Gee. That hurt a lot. That will, that will Butler by mistake. That's going to hurt him a lot. Butler's now 5th position. Zach Masters. He's going to try and get himself into the transfer spot. Might be a bit too far away. Lap 7 of 8. 2 to go. Berkeley's got it by a mile at the moment. Smith second. He's been dropped back a little bit. He's running about a second slower lap times at the moment. That needs to pick up very quickly. Might be a little bit of damage. Mitchell Gee, the Queensland champion in real life, 36 car. Final lap is he's in 3rd position. Berkeley, number 9 car, comes into 3 and 4 for the final time of heat race number 1. Checker flag reigns. Berkeley wins heat race number 1.
Yeah,
oh. Sorry, Bernie Mitchell Gee able to come home in 2nd there. As it looked like Lachlan Smith got together with, who was it? It looks like Scott Butler over the line. He'll drop back to 3rd position.
Yeah, so Mitchell Gee there getting 2nd. So a good start there from our spotlight driver tonight, straight into the A main, as is Joel Berkeley. So he'll breathe a sigh of relief. That's for sure.
Another heat race stacked with big names. We'll get underway the grid in a moment's time.
Yeah, just waiting now. Dale Jordison, he joins the grid. So here is your lineup for Heat 2. 51, Bob King will start on the inside of Gavin Sadler in the 71. Back to the 3rd row, we have Cameron Dance in the number 6 and Ryan E.B. Harris in the number 12. Going back to the 3rd row, and now my telemetry's gone all sput, so I think that is Bruce Smith and James Robbie. Back to the 4th row, Brendan Hamilton in the 93 and Darren Brumfeld. And then rounding out your field in the 5th row, we have Lewis Clark in the number 30 and Dale Jordison. He is in the number 27.
To get this heat race underway in just a moment's time. If you're just joining us, hello race fans. We hope you enjoy the broadcast over at Facebook, Twitch or here on YouTube.com/RRTV live. We enjoy you guys being here. The 51 car and the 71 car of Bob King, Gavin Sadler's currently 2nd and 3rd. Sadler 2nd in the championship points.
Yeah, so we're getting down to see who's going to go into the A main here. Top 5 go in, bottom 5, well, they're going to have to duke it out possibly in the B main. A nice big bumper field here once again, and it's great to see this series getting so much support. Here we go.
Green flag drops. Look at the TTL boys. They're into it pretty early. Bob King to the outside. Sadler drops to a position to Ryan Harris at the moment. Look at Cameron Dance on the inside. The pro driver for almost gets together. King now loses position to Harris. He's in 1st. Look for the slide job on King. Can he get it done? Yes, he can, but no, he hits the wall on the outside. He's going to get together with Cameron Dance. Oh my, that was big. It looks like, who was it? Lewis Clark gets involved in an incident. Darren Brumfield also back up front now. Harris leaves, Bob King, Cameron Dance, Sadler, and Robbie, top 5 at the field. Look at Dance on the inside of Sadler, trying to make it work. Recently on a pro race here for iRacing. He gets 3rd position, needs to hold it. Oh, gets together with Sadler. Sadler goes round. He'll drop to 5th position. Big incident there. Still, yeah. King leads Harris on lap number 5 of 8. We're halfway home.
As Bob King now tries a slide job there, straight up into the 12. Ryan Harris there just backed out of it. He's pretty comfortable to come home in 2nd at the moment. Cameron Dance closing in on him once again. And I tell you what, when we saw that incident, that was a flashback to the dirt. Race Merch Midgets when Cameron got all sideways there once again. Bruce Smith 4th, 5th is Gavin Sadler. He's right on the bubble at the moment with 1 lap remaining of this race.
White flag heads out onto the track. Bob King leads heat race number 3 for WP Concrete Ford Dead Sprint Cars. 900 horsepower under the hood, 3 and 4. For the first time in the heat race, the King, he wins heat race number 3. Harris second, Dad's third. Smith was able to come home in 4th, rounding out your top 5. Gavin Sadler, all correct, going straight into the A main. Darren Brumfield, Lewis Clark, James Robbie, Brendan Hamilton, that's your 9. And 10th was, sorry, Elementary's playing up, there it is.
So who was 10th?
We've lost all telemetry on iRacing.
There you go.
Fun.
Well, we know who the top 5 are, and they're the ones that are going through. Just waiting for Jackson Callow now to join the grid, and then we will take you through the B main. I'm assuming this is the B main. Yes, it is.
You're right, the last chance there's the consolation. 12 laps go on the board, 5 to go to the feature. Don't go away, we've still got 30 laps of absolute mayhem of speed and wings ahead of us in the A main. These guys will battle out for the top 5. Names you normally don't see here: John Shields, Zach Masters, James Robbie, Matty Reid. Out of P number 1 will be Aaron Kelly. 2 will be Zach Masters. 3, Darren Brumfield, with 4 being John Shields. 5 will be Jackson Callow. 6, Lewis Clark. 7, the 500 car of George Fullerton. 8, Anthony Blair. 9 will be James Robbie. And 10th will be Kyle Stevens. 11th, Mitchell Wiley. 12th will be Brendan Hamilton. 13th will be Matty Reid with Daniel Vassell out of 14. And ready at your 15 car field, 12 laps, Daryl Jordanson. 1 lap to Green Birdie will get him away.
So Aaron Kelly's going to lead them off for the B main here, folks. 12 laps to see who's going to get to the tail end of the A main. And can Zach Masters get there? That is the question. And he's had a bit of a rough night out there. We'll see how he goes. The other interesting thing, teammates Daniel Vassell and Matt Reid starting side by side. Here we go. Aaron Kelly gets a run. Zach Masters settles in to second position as he closes in. But further back is John Schultz down on the low line there, Bailey.
Yeah, look up on the outside. Look at that. That's going to be hurt. That's fine. John Schultz slots in the 3rd position now. The 91 car of... Well, he had a lot of troubles there. 97 car of Daniel Vassell on the outside now. The 93 car, GSR car. And look at him go at the moment. Your leader for lap number 1, Aaron Kelly, John Schultz, Anthony Bland, Jackson Kelly goes to 3rd. Oh, big incident. Green flag, we don't go. Yellow. No, 46 car Jackson upside down. Zach Masters goes upside down also. Big incident. Aaron Kelly now leading lap number 1. Lap number 3, John Schultz slots in the 2nd, 3rd, Anthony Bland. Look at Daniel Vassell, the speed under the hood. He's quick at the moment. 3, oh, that's big. Anthony Bland goes upside down in turn number 4. Slots Daniel Vassell in the 3rd. Look at the battle for 4th at the moment. Kyle Stevens, Brendan Hamilton, James Robbie. Who can make it work on the outside? Goes Robbie. He might have the run off the turn here to try and get both of them. Slick shot by... Unable to get past the 442 car of Brendan Hamilton. This is 93 car of him and Kyle Stevens get together.
Yeah, it's been very costly for a number of people here, folks. We've lost Anthony Bland, Darren Brumfield, Zach Masters, Jackson Callow, Mitchell Wiley and George Fullerton. John Schultz at the moment is leading this race. Daniel Vassell 2nd on the high line. These two are battling it out. Aaron Kelly 3rd. Brendan Hamilton is also battling it out. This is a very, very messy B main as we see Aaron Kelly onto the infield and out of this race.
You're not wrong. Daniel Vassell now takes your leadership point. John Schultz in 2nd. Oh, Vassell almost gets into the wall there. John Schultz, he said bye because Daniel Vassell's your new leader. Lap number 9 and 12. 3 to go this time by James Robbie in 3rd. Quite easily at the moment. Dale Jordanson in 4th. He's having a battle out at the moment with Brendan Hamilton and Matty Reid, who's battled his way up through the field. He needs one more spot to make it to the big one. Look at Matty Reid in the 20 car go to the inside. Slide jump complete, but it slots back into 6th. As look at the inside, the 93 car, Brendan Hamilton trying to make sure he doesn't lose that last position. Matty Reid on the outside now. He will slot himself into 5th. Into the wall, Matty Reid. That will hurt him big time. Final lap, white flag out for Daniel Vassell. Half a lap to go. 97 car. Beautiful drive so far in the B-main. Drives it off the corner. Nice and carefully. Crosses the line. The B-main winner, Daniel Vassell. John Schultz comes home in 2nd. Birdie 3rd was James Robbie. Dale Jordanson 4th. 5th was Brendan Hamilton. There your transferees to the A-main.
Yeah, Matty Reid, he was fighting for that last transfer, but fortunately once he got in the wall, that was the end of that. Well, folks, it's the A-main time here. Fireworks will be going off very shortly, off and on the track here.
Very awesome to hear. I've got them turned up, so I love my fireworks. Look at the field.
Here we go, the final race of the WP Concreting World of Outlaws. After this, folks, we will know who the champion is coming into... I'm just trying to get my stats up here. So Joel Berkeley, he is leading by 82 points over Gavin Sadler. Then Bob King, he's sitting in 3rd, and he needs another 60 points to take that position. But Bailey, it's coming down to the last 30 laps here. We have yellows out here tonight, folks, and they will all count. But let's go through this grid.
Out of P number 1 for tonight's A-main, Lewis Hewitt with his teammate from TTL Esports, Joel Berkeley on the outside. CG Sim Racing's Bob King with another TTL Esports. Out of 4, Jock Goodyear. Out of 5 with Mitchell Gee with Ryan Harris out of 6. Daniel Galby out of 7 with Lachlan Smith out of 8. 9th with Cameron Vance and Zachary Fillon out of 10. Out of 11 with Scott Bruce Smith. Out of 12, Sean O'Henry's got himself into the A-main, and Marcus Knitska. Gavin Sadler, Daniel Vassell will start out of P number 15. John Schultz out of 16. James Robbie out of 18. Dale Jordanson and Brendan Hamilton. 30 laps are on the board. Half a lap till we send them green. Put in the chat who you want to win. TTL has got 4 out of the first 6 spots. They've got 5 out of the 10. Can they get it done? You've got to wait for the green flag to drop. Jock Goodyear's going to try to battle his way through the field. We're green flag racing. Hewitt. Good. Oh, look at Berkeley on the outside. King to the inside. 3 by 3. That's some good racing there. King gets the end with Hewitt on the inside there. Jock Goodyear capitalises, gets past King. Look at Smith on the outside. 4 wide off of 4. That's bad. Mitchell Gee gets involved in that one. They stay green flag racing so far. The 2 SSR blokes, 51. Yellow comes out, but the SSR blokes were battling it out. They were locking wheels for a moment of time there, Bertie.
Yeah, they were 3 wide there, and they were banging hard, weren't they? Just trying to work out who brought this yellow out. You think it could have been John Schultz as he brings that car into the infield. Let's go back and have a look at the replay here. Keep an eye on the 78, folks, and that is John Schultz. He gets it. Oh, he got over. He went up into the wall, and that is not the way he wanted to end it. You got it all crossed up there, Bailey, and then he got a bit of a helping hand. I think that was the number. I'm not sure which number that was.
Yeah, it didn't look too nice at all. TTL now have got P1 and 2. Joel Berkeley, your series points leader, out of 1. Hewitt, Smith, then you've got the 22 of Gow. Goodyear in the 77 car is 5th. King, 51 car, is in 6th. Not where he wants to be. Dropped 3 positions on the start.
Just waiting now for the pace truck to come in here, folks, and then we're going to go back racing. Joel Berkeley, he's going to lead them off. He's got his teammate, that's Lewis Hewitt for TTL, right behind him. no doubt they'll still get into it. They love their racing. Lachlan Smith in the 911 right behind them. Here we go.
Can Berkeley make it 7 wins out of 12 for the season? We're about to find out. TTL Esports 1-2. We got Smith and then we're away. Berkeley gets a nice start on the outside. Gets it going quick. Look at the 22 car. Gal the inside of Smith. Good year. Slots in the 5th position. Smith now. He is quick tonight. All 3 series. He's up on the outside. Making it try to work. Hewitt now. Just blocking a few of the cars up now. Slowing them around. Look at Gal now. He's trying to get past Smith. As he gets a little diced up there. Along with Goodyear and King. King, right up on the wall. Keeps it clean. Single file through turn 3 and 4. A little bit further back now. Look at Mitchell Gee. He's battling with Gavin Sadler in the number 6 and Cameron Dance at the moment. They're having a battle for a look at that number 9, 10 and 11 at the moment.
Yeah, things are calming down a fair bit out here as we've got Joel Berkeley. He's got a huge lead over his teammate Lewis Hewitt at the moment. Both drivers. Are we under yellow?
Bernie. We're not under yellow. Berkeley went into the wall, slowed down. Almost the stopping. Now look at that. Hewitt on the back of him now. That was going to be very dicey for Hewitt. He was able to check up in time, but Berkeley gets straight back into it. Didn't lose too much time over the rest of the field. Hewitt into the wall. He goes round, puts it on 2 wheels. We stay green. Gal goes around the outside of him. They get crossed up a couple times. Lap number 11 to 30 now. As we'll go to lap 12.
Yeah, Hewitt in trouble down here. He's dropping like a stone at the moment. Finds himself back in 4th position as the 22 Gow gets through. Lachlan Smith also is battling for that 2nd and 3rd position. Then we've got Hewitt. Bob King, he's working his way back up into 5th. Jock Goodyear 6th as Hewitt goes around. That's going to bring out the yellow.
Yellow comes out. Initial contact was Marcus Knitska. Turn 3 and 4. We'll get a replay up your screen right now for you. The 55 car, not his night to remember at all. As we can see on screen, Bernie, it looks like he hit a bump and it sent that back car round. He got together with the yellow and black car. And just getting a number, it looks to be number 13 car. Not the way he wants to end his night. That was Bruce Smith involved.
Yeah, we're just having a look at this replay. Yeah, hard into the wall goes Knitska, and that will put paid to his race. We've seen quite a few guys find that wall, and he's the latest casualty. Also lost Lewis Hewitt in the number 3. He's just retired, as Sean O'Hara has as well.
You're not wrong. Halfway home, flags cross under yellow. Look at Smith in the 911 car though. Bernie, he had it on rails on the outside.
Yeah, he's looking racy, isn't he? And he's got Bob King now in 4th position here. Just having a look at the way the points are and the way the drivers are. Joel Berkeley, he is leading. Bob King, 4th. He's 3rd in the points at the moment. Gavin Sadler, I'm just having a look at where Gavin is. He's down to 9th. So he stands a good chance of being jumped by King if King keeps on moving this car forward.
Not wrong. Pace truck pulls in. Berkeley can go anytime between 3 and 4. He goes really early. Gow gets on the back of him very quickly. Look at Smith come by. Lap number 16 to 30. Gow slots in the 2nd. Smith. Oh, Gow goes round.
Yeah, there goes the yellow.
King looks like he just got into 2nd. Just at the end, and that will drop Smith the 3rd. Berkeley was away though. Gow. Oh. Not the way he wants that to happen at all. The way he was driving very quick throughout the night. Gonna replay up your screen just a moment's time.
It's up now.
Up on screen, you can see Gow. Looks like he hit the wall, just went round. Smith had nowhere to go. He hits the back of him, and he went round. All other cars get through nice and cleanly. And we just had to bring the yellow out for him for his safety. We're going to go green. It looks to be lap number 20. Lap 21.
Yeah, so going through your top 10 as I'll restart here, folks. Joel Berkeley will lead them away. Bob King, he finds himself in second now. Lachlan Smith will be out of third. Jock Goodyear fourth. Ryan E.B. Harris fifth. Sixth, Zachary Phelan. Mitchell Gee seventh. Cameron Dance eighth. Ninth, Gavin Sadler. And rounding out your top 10 is Scott Butler.
See what they've got in store for sure. Look out for Berkeley, look out for King. Berkeley just needs to beat King and he's got the championship. We'll get out of the way in a moment's time. Pace truck speeds up, pulls in. We're going green. Lap number 21. We'll have 9 to run of this WP concreting 410 World of Outlaw Sprint Cars. We're green flag racing. Berkeley goes early. King follows Smith, Goodyear, and Harris. Single file on the outside. Look at Mitchell Gee holding up 7. He drops back a couple positions. Cameron Dance gets by him on the outside. Along with Zachary Phelan. He's shown a lot of speed throughout tonight. Also, gets together. Goodyear and Smith. That will pull out the yellow. Upside down goes Smith. Slingshotting across the infield, iRacing physics. Hello.
So I'm just trying to work out who we're going back to have a look at here.
We have a look at the 911 car.
And the 77.
77 car.
So we'll put that up on the screen at the moment, folks, and we'll have a look here. Keep an eye on the 911 behind. Yeah, the 77 got crossed up both into the wall, and one of them gets launched into outer space here. There he goes.
Harris also gets hit, damage. We're about to find out. Having a look at Ryan Harris on screen. There he is. He looks to be okay. Might be a minor steering damage. We'll go green, not this time, next time by Berkeley, King, Harris, Phelan, Dance, Key, Butler, Sadler, Vassal, Robbie, your 10. That will end the night of Jock Goodyear. Jordan O'Hare was out early, along with Lewis Hewitt. Brendan Hamilton's out also, along with Lachlan Smith. Now John Schultz was out lap number 1.
And Sadler's now up to 8th position, currently sitting second in the championship, but with King in second on the track at the moment, he may slide down. James Robbie's not out there tonight, so he won't factor into the podium here at the moment. But here we go once again. Joel Berkeley gets underway. We've got Bob King second. Ryan Harris goes with him in third position. And here comes a 49 slide job behind them. And a bit of a cross-up. That was Mitchell Gee.
Yellow comes out just for saying James Robbie, he's in 8th position at the moment.
Okay.
He got in a bit of trouble there with the slide job there. He got a little bit hit from the right rear. He looks to be fine. Gavin Sellers slots in behind him, Daniel Vassal. He's had the drive of the night. Didn't want to come from the B though. But he's getting up there also.
So the replay's up, folks. Keep an eye on Daniel Gow here in the number 22. He just got it all sideways there at the start and around he went. He actually didn't have any damage. He just got out of the car and walked away pretty much.
Have to see what happened there. We'll get underway very shortly. We might have a 1-lap dash. Time now will be lap number 29. Then we'll go green on lap 30 of 30.
Yeah, so
that will be an awesome 4 quarters, Birdie.
Yes, it will, Bailey. So Joel Berkeley will be leading Bob King away here. He's just got to do 4 corners and he will take this win. It may even finish under yellow because I think the pace car lights, are they on or off? That's the question here.
Looking through my very pixelated screen, it looks to be off. We'll find out now. We're staying yellow this time.
Yeah, I think we're
We'll
going
not
to
go green.
we're going to end under yellow. I think we're on lap 29 of 30 here. The lights are still on the pace truck, so I think we'll finish under yellow here.
Last lap, white flag out, yellow flag out at the flag stand. Berkeley will be pleased to see that. Look at the cheer under the hood. Couple wheel stairs, he goes past into turn number 1. Give him a round of applause. That number 9 car has put the foot to the floor tonight, and he's able to win that the WP Concrete 410 Sprint Cars night number 12 under caution. 51 car of Bob King, though. He's come home in second tonight. Awesome drive for him. Along the number 12 car of Ryan Harris. Zachary Phelan also. Mitchell Gee in the 36 car, Bernie. What a drive by him tonight.
Yeah, the Queensland champion spotlight driver of the night. Awesome drive, as I was saying, only 20 years old, but he has a lot of credentials in sprint car racing, and he showed it out there once again tonight. Question, though, is going to be over the final positions. Joel Berkeley, he's got the win. We'll have to wait for the drop rounds to take in effect. Gavin Sadler. Gavin came home in 7th position. Bob King right behind him, 2nd position. James Robbie, well, he came home in 9th, so he probably won't factor into the points here as we see Joel Berkeley celebrate. So let's go through the final positions so you can see where your favourite driver finished. The win tonight goes to Joel Berkeley, followed by Bob King 2nd, Ryan Harris 3rd, Zachary Phelan comes home in 4th position. 5th tonight was Mitchell Gee, 6th Scott Butler, 7th Gavin Sadler, 8th Daniel Vassell, James Robbie home in 9th, 10th Dale Jordison, 11th Cameron Dance, Bruce Smith finishes in 12th. Home in 13th, Marcus Knitska, Daniel Gower, 14th, 15th Lachlan Smith, Jock Goodyear, 17th, 18th Brendan Hamilton, 19th Lewis Hewitt, 18th Lewis Hewitt, 19th Sean O'Hara, and rounding out your field of 20 was John Schultz.
An amazing race tonight. The WP Concrete 410 Sprint Cars, World of Outlaw, 900 horsepower machines. Goes night number 12, the dirt track of Charlotte, to number 9 car, Joel Berkeley. And what a drive by him. Well, we're going to get in 3rd place finisher into the commentary box, Bernie. I think we might get in Ryan Harris, the number 12 car, see what he's got to say about tonight's race. Well, I'm down in pit lane now with Ryan Harris, number 12 car, coming home in 3rd place tonight, Ryan. Well, what a drive by yourself. Being able to put it on the podium, and it was an excellent drive.
Yeah, cheers, Bailey. Yeah, it was an interesting night overall. We never feel comfortable in these sprint cars. It's just one of those things. It's just got to survive sometimes, and that was the case tonight. Track was super quick. It's on the wall as it usually is, but you know, the middle was still kind of there. You could sort of, on the restarts, hang middle and see how you go. But, gee, it was that top 8, I don't know, it was crazy. There was cars shifting everywhere in that first section of racing. And then that 10-lap green section was awesome. So, now we got to thank all the fellas tonight. We put in a lot of effort, and congrats to Joel and to Bob. Those guys are on top of their game. Same with Lewis. It's a bit of a shame to see a few of those boys not finishing tonight, but yeah, it's good overall.
Yeah, TTL puts in an awesome effort every week to get here, as they are always putting in an exceptional amount of effort with the results. Also, you gained 3 positions tonight, the A made, and your heat race, well, it went pretty well also to make it to the main. Well, before we let you go, have you got anyone sponsors you'd like to thank?
For sure, yeah. Thanks to all the boys at TTL, like you said. Big effort in terms of working on this set and getting comfortable with the cars, even though sometimes it's a bit tricky. You know, these guys are always putting out the best there is. So yeah, I'd like to thank Ash Media, Hyperstimulator, Highline Motorsports, Designs, Down Under Graphics, HTS, and also UDT. So thanks for everything, boys.
Well, you just heard from your 3rd place finish, the number 12 car of Ryan E.B. Harris. Well, Bernie, I think next I hear knocking on the door is Bob King in the 51 car. I hear you're with him at the moment.
Yeah, Bob, welcome to the Combox, mate. Congratulations, 2nd position. You had to work your way through the field, though, so tell the viewers a little bit about how your race unfolded tonight.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a challenge. Probably wasn't the most fun race from my aspect. Me and Lewis made a little bit of contact on the first lap, and the car just didn't want to point in the same direction after that. But was lucky enough to have a little bit of speed and pick off a couple of positions where people made mistakes, and ended up in the second place.
Fantastic. And what was the track like out there tonight compared to what it was earlier in the day in the Race Merch Midgets?
To be honest, you go from one extreme to the other. Midgets was quite wide open and nice and smooth, and you jump in the sprint car and it felt like we're on a supercross track out there.
Yeah, it was a high line. Still, it looked pretty effective from where I was sitting. Was that the case?
Yeah, there was a little bit of grip around the track to make some moves if you needed to, but the top line's always going to be fastest with the current build in iRacing. So pretty much if you can get to the front and get decent restarts, there's not a lot anyone can do.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, before we let you go, mate, have you got any sponsors you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, the guys at Synergy Sim Racing, couldn't do without all their support. Trackstar Racewear and the Speedway shop, always great help. And you guys for broadcasting, and hopefully we look forward to the next series, eh? Maybe get a little bit higher up next time.
Yeah, no worries. Well, you've got a lot to celebrate, Race Merch Midgets Championship, and you've done really well in the sprint cars as well, so congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Unfortunately, the Sprint Car Championship didn't really play out how we wanted. A bit of a server issue at Knoxville probably cost us the championship. But probably only needed to finish the A main. But congratulations to Joel, who's great to race with, and always a tough competitor.
Yeah, he certainly is. He's got to learn how to do donuts. So he had the thing on the side doing the donuts, so you might have to teach him how to do those things.
Yeah, I'm sure we could teach him a few things.
All right, no worries, Bob. Catch you later, man.
Thanks, guys.
Well, you've just heard from your second place finisher tonight, the 51 car of Bob King. And what an exceptional drive from him. We're not going to leave him waiting any longer. The number 9 car of Joel Berkeley. You're on night number 12 winner of the dirt track of Charlotte, WP Concreting. Joel, welcome to the RRTV commentary box. Congratulations on the win. Do you want to give us a bit of a rundown of how your night ended up?
It was main focus on the sprint cars, really. Midgets and street stocks, I was just whatever. I stood on myself in the midgets, but I wasn't too concerned as I had no chance in the championship, so I was just mainly focused on the sprint cars and trying to seal the deal there. And yeah, thankfully did that. I almost had a misfortune in the AMA, and I hit the wall going into turn 3, and yeah, I almost ended it right there, but I luckily saved it.
It was looking dicey a couple of times. Everyone was getting right up in the wall. Turn 3 looked to throw a few problems throughout the night too, with the the bump there through there and the rut was forming. The cars on the low line, you didn't seem to jump down there at all. The restarts you started very early. What was the game going to be? Were you going to always go early? Were you going to try and play some tricks on everyone?
Just mainly I felt comfortable when I turned the car, and it felt comfortable. And yeah, when I felt comfortable, I fired. So yeah, it felt comfortable when I fired each restart. Didn't make any mistakes on the restarts. I probably made a few mistakes in the feature, but that don't matter. Could have thrown it away, but I didn't, thankfully.
Teammates, very good performance for Ryan Harris and the others around. Unfortunate for a couple of them. Your burnouts at the end, though. Bit of controversy from Bob King. Says he might need to come over and teach you a couple tricks.
Oh well. I don't really care. It's all right. I probably need some lessons, but yeah, it's all right. But Ryan, the whole team's put in a fair bit of time as I said last few weeks. We got 2 guys on the Pro Series, and we've been trying to put in some time there for everyone there. When we were free, and yeah, it's obviously paying off a little bit, but who knows? Everything could change in a week's time with a new build.
That's exactly right, Joel. And well, before we let you go, you've been doing a little bit of business with Gavin Sadler in the real world. We've seen some of the midget builds, the sticker builds that he's done there. Well, they look very nice. What business is that one from?
It's from Down in the Graphics. It's my own personal business. Do after hours. I try and help everyone out and help out everyone in sim racing as much as I can. Like with obviously Gav Series and BK Event Series, I try and help out where I can there. And yeah.
Well, those little midgets look very nice. Before we let you go, Joel, do you want to send those sponsors off for the last time this series?
Yeah, massive thanks to the guys at TTL Esports. Without them, it wouldn't be possible. Oceania Speedway footage, down under graphics, hyper stimulator, Thigh Designs, and Brett at Ultimate.tv, and yeah, everyone else that helps out. You guys for broadcasting. Hopefully you're back next season. Gav for doing the hosting.
Well, thank you very much, Joel, and yeah, we appreciate all the support that is given towards RRTV. I know Bernie does, especially for all the effort he puts into the series. Well, you just heard from your first place finisher for night number 12, number 9, Joel Berkeley, and well, potentially your series winner. We're just waiting on clarification from the admin team over at ASL. Meanwhile, Bernie, I think that might wrap up the night, unless we want to have a chat to the real deal, Sean.
Yeah, I think it's fitting we bring Sean back up and to help wrap up the night. But before we get into all the thanks and everything for the series, Sean, do you want to put your race hat on and I think you got double bragging rights over Mr. Hall here. You made the A main in both series tonight.
I did, yeah. So I just wanted to say to Bailey that, yeah, I think I got the bragging rights up on this one, and he'll have to step it up next time.
Yeah, but yeah, it looked like you're having a lot of fun out there. Was it as much fun as you were hoping it was going to be?
I don't know about fun. That track was extremely hard. I take my hats off to all the guys. I mean, they make it look so easy, and to just have to jump out there on that track, it was hard work. But yeah, still definitely a lot of fun, and definitely very proud to make the A main in both races.
Yeah, fantastic effort. Now, putting your commentary hat on, how would you sum up this series? We've done a number of rounds now for the Down Under Graphics Street Stocks. We've had the Race Merch Midgets, WP Concreting World of Outlaws series as well, and we've come to the end of this series for this season. And so what do you think of it all?
Yeah, it's a real shame to see this series come to an end. I mean, we can only see this series go from strength to strength. It was such a testament. Like I said early in the broadcast in the Street Stocks, it was great to see full fields again tonight at the end of a season. Anytime you have that, you know you're putting on a really good show. So testament to ASL, Gavin Sadler, for all the hard work. I can only expect to see this series go from strength to strength next season, and I can't wait to see it come back.
Yeah, exactly right. It was absolutely awesome. I love the format, just like real world racing. So I think that was popular among the viewers as well. So fantastic. What about you, Bailey? What were your thoughts about the series?
The series has been absolutely unbelievable. Every week the drivers come out, they put on a show for us all, and especially the fans out there. We hope you guys have enjoyed the series for sure. 12 nights. It's been absolutely amazing to see every week these guys, yeah, as I said, come back, put on a show, and try very hard to get those championship points.
Yeah, definitely. And we also need to thank the sponsors who backed this great series. Down Under Graphics, they backed the Street Stocks this season, and then we had Race Merch backing the Dirt Midgets, and WP Concreting backing the Sprint Car World of Outlaws. So thanks to those three businesses. And tell you what, folks, if you possibly need anything done with graphic design, go and check out Down Under Graphics, and also look at supporting Race Merch Midgets, Race Merch if you can as well, and WP Concreting down there in Adelaide.
Just rolls off the tongue too well, doesn't it? You just keep saying it.
Yeah, that's my job. But also thanks to our commentary team. We had Clint Smith earlier in the season calling all the action. It was fantastic to have him there. But of course, our big thanks goes to Bailey Hall and Sean O'Hara for calling the rest of the season. So well done, guys.
Thank you, Bernie, for putting it on as well, being our cameraman as well. Couldn't have done it without you.
Yeah, he's done. Everyone give a round of applause to Bertie. Also, the effort he puts into this series, and I long for the other series for RRTV. Me and Sean probably couldn't be here without him. You know, we could be out there racing, but we love to call the action for you guys.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, folks, we're going to have a bit of a break from the Speedway until the next season kicks off, but Speedway will be back on RRTV soon. But I tell you what, that does not end the action. We still have Friday night, the V8 Supercars. We've got a double header coming your way. It starts off with the Porsche Carrera Cup, and then we finish the night with the V8 Supercars. We're off to Oran Park, and it's a sprint round. And you know what sprint rounds bring in V8 Supercars? Normally a lot of action, a little bit of turmoil, but throw Oran Park onto that and it's going to be supercharged, guys.
Yeah, that will be absolutely unbelievable. The V8 Supercars always, again, put on a great show. And, well, the commentary team over there, you, Bernie, and Daniel Layett, they put on, you guys do an absolute brilliant job over there, and hopefully I'll be in there Friday night having a tune in to listen to that one because, well, that's going to put on a big show for the fans.
Certainly is. And Monday night's going to be a first for RRTV. The NASCAR trucks, Camping World trucks, come back. They will be running on a Monday night, and that's not the first. We've had the NASCARs before. The first is we're going to be running 2 broadcasts simultaneously. We're going to be the NASCAR team. I'll be involved in that. We'll be calling the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series, and then Alex McKellar and his crew will be calling the Skip Barber Monday Night Lights. So that's going to be exciting for us, having 2 broadcasts running simultaneously. Hopefully it'll all work out, and it should be exciting times Monday night.
That's going to be absolutely unreal for sure, Bernie, and I'm sure Sean and I'll be just mesmerised by the way it all works and all that sort of stuff. And I'm sure the trucks will put on an absolutely amazing show for you guys. And definitely go check those guys out because every week they put their heart and soul into setup, so making sure that car rides as smooth as possible. And, well, you just want to see a bell that hard.
Yeah, exactly right. And if you love close racing, check out the Skip Barber Monday Night Lights. We get the best in the world. Skip Barber drivers come out to play in that. And I tell you what, the Aussies are finding it more and more difficult to get into the top split as the higher profile drivers come down to play down under. But anyway, folks, thanks for joining us tonight. I hope you've enjoyed our coverage of the Australian Speedway League's Speedway Championship. As I said, it's the end of this season, and congratulations to Bob King and Joel Berkeley for the Race Merch Dirt Midgets and the Sprint Cars. And hopefully we'll have your company soon. But if not, have a great work week, stay safe, and we'll catch up with you again soon. Good night.